That's fine.
Oh yeah, you young.
That's fine.
I'm not. I just turned 37.
Yeah, baby. You're all babies. And we're live. Obviously. That's why I started chewing a chip.
Classic.
It was a miscalculation. We're just going live on Twitch today. Because I've been multi-streaming, and not Brent, Dave, your brother, Harcroft has been saying that things have been funky. So I'm just gonna go on Twitch today. We'll upload onto what's it called later?
YouTube.
Oh, I guess I should check you. Maybe got the stream title right then.
I did. I can see it. It says right. Did I write it right on screen? I did. Yeah. Everything is right. Everything is right.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is good. So this is our year-end show. Look, we have all of us too.
Huzzah.
Except for Show.
And I'm also here.
You are one of us.
Steven. Where's Steve?
Steve. Yeah, Steve one day will come back.
Where in the world is Steve?
Is he back from Hong Kong?
He is.
Oh yeah. He's been back for a week.
He's back and he's talking about BattleTech, baby.
Yeah, and then he'll go off and do other things. I'm sure he'll go up to BC and random other
Matt?
places. He was in Avenue Q for a while. Yeah.
He borrowed a bunch of stuff from me.
Did he?
I saw him. I saw him, and
how did your show go?
Wonderful. It was a lot of fun. It was a good time. I really got to delve into the fun characters, and I had a great time. And then while I was doing that, I was working on opening 2 shows at Sheridan. So yeah, it was crazy.
For those that don't know, Marcus was in Spamalot in Ancaster.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey.
I tried to come out to it, but children.
All good, man.
Stop everything.
I rarely leave the house anymore.
It was, I kind of went into it knowing that I'm like, people who show up will just show up, and whoever wants to come see it, they'll come see it. I'm like, I was not about to start pushing it and being like, hey, come see my show. I don't care about that anymore.
I wanted to see your wife more than you, to be honest. And...
I mean, yeah. I mean, why would you want to see me? I mean, it's just some. Although I will say, I almost die in the show multiple times because I had to relearn how to walk on stilts for the Knights of Knee. Mm-hmm. I literally had to I relearned to walk on stilts after many years of not doing it, and I had to relearn in like a week because I couldn't do any of it during rehearsals. I could only do it when we hit the stage, and we only hit the stage for Tech Week.
Jeez.
So that was me in stilts, full costume, giant helmet on my head, walking, and I was like, holy crap, this is scary. And then Tim the Enchanter, they set me up with this like ladder that I have to climb. But once I got into costume, I was in the full I was actually wearing a jacket that was made for Deuteronomy in Cats, but it was like this giant furry, crazy giant jacket, but it went all the way down to the floor. So climbing up a ladder was really tricky because I would get caught in it, and it would pull me down. So I was constantly almost falling before I get it. Plus I got ram horns on the entire time, which are getting caught up and stuff. And there's a fog machine going at the same time with dry ice, so I can't see half of the time. So multiple times I almost ate it a few times during that show. It was a lot of fun though.
I'm glad. I heard it went really well from the Hamilton folk.
I feel like it's probably one of the funniest shows Theatre Ancaster has done in probably many years, and it's the funniest show that nobody saw.
No.
You said something in our group chat, I might have known you were in it and would have come.
It was like the crowds were actually really good. Minus one Thursday was a good turnout with the worst people who had no interest in seeing the show. They were all basically given free tickets, and it was dreadful because none of them understood Monty Python humor. But then the following Thursday, we had the smallest crowd we had seen, which was like half the capacity, but they were all Python fans, and it was one of our best audiences. So, I mean, this was one of those shows where getting the right audience was way better than getting a full audience. And then luckily on our matinee closing, which I hate closing on a matinee, but we closed on a Sunday, it was the biggest audience we had, plus it was a crazy good Monty Python. I saw Spam t-shirts out there. I saw people with their own coconuts. It was good. It was
like a full-on Rocky Horror.
The silliest thing
it was really good.
The silliest thing I did at Stratford was buy the coconuts, which I thought would be like branded. They're just coconuts.
Yeah, no.
They
They're
were
just
They're
coconuts.
just regular
They're
coconuts. I was like,
just
I
coconuts.
spent money on this. God damn it.
Yeah. I found during the last performance when I'm doing the French taunter, as soon as I went into the "I fart in your general direction," a bunch of people out in the audience started like quoting along with me, and it was brilliant. I felt like a rock star for like a little split second. It was pretty awesome. While I was on this death trap of a freaking castle.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a really good time.
There's
Had a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's only a couple shows that happens, and like that's an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I'm glad I did it. I'm also really glad it's done.
I mean, the logistics for you guys must have been crazy.
It was insane. We had to revolve for some reason. We didn't need it, but we had to revolve. But from it, I've also garnered some new opportunities too. I'm going to be teaching with Theater Ancaster next season. 2 different like little courses that they want to do. They want to do a comedy course for like people who are interested in theater and stuff, but just want to learn better comedic timing and understand comedy a little bit better. Yeah. So I'm going to be doing a little thing on that, and then I'm also doing a technical theater workshop / course with them as well for the young people out there who want to better themselves. I mean, really of any age, but like for people who are interested in furthering their careers in that avenue. So should be pretty fun.
Well, definitely post about it once it starts going, because that's
awesome.
Awesome.
That I want people to know about. That one is a good one for people to know about. Also, next year's show, they scored the rights to Come From Away, so they're doing Come From Away, and I am going out for that as well because that's a once in a lifetime opportunity to possibly do Come From Away. I'm sure it's going to be filled with people going out for it, but I mean it's a pretty cool show. I got to give it a shot. I said, if you're interested, come out, do it, man. Like it's because like it's a cool show, and they need people of all kinds. Like we need multiple ethnicities, we need multiple sizes, and like you need real people. You can't have the star-studded like, oh, I'm a big handsome person. Nah, I need kind of Joe Schmo.
I remember when I lived.
So you're saying there will be no Lin-Manuel Miranda there?
There will be.
No, there might be.
The Hamilton one. I don't know.
I'm not the. It's the or nothing.
That's fair. He's a little busy doing live action Moana or some other bullshit. I don't know.
Is he in it?
I assume he helped with the music again. He did the first one, right? Not the second one.
It'd be nice if as soon as he's done that, he went on to finish the Warriors.
It's done. They're trying to
but they still haven't they're trying to put it together still. But.
Yeah, that's not him though. He's not directing it. It's what's her the other co-writer.
I would assume he's producing it though.
Yeah, he doesn't need to do anything. Just have to throw money, and he can do that from afar.
Yeah.
While he does his other stuff. I don't know what other things he does. No one does. He's like a
he'll surprise you
or something.
Yeah.
Dave has moved, which I don't know if you guys know.
Yeah.
I'm not in a basement anymore.
Yay!
I'm a real boy.
There's nothing wrong with basements.
I moved from a basement to another basement, and now I'm on the 5th floor of a lovely building, and it's great. It's always hot. And in the summer, it'll also be always hot because we see both the sunrise and sunset.
Sunrise, sunset.
Very good.
Sunrise, sunset.
I don't know why. I just thought a Futurama line with Chekhov in that. He's like, I'm a very well-rounded person. I have my own set of keys.
Was that from Futurama?
Yeah. Head in the jar, Chekhov.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Amazing. Brent, Hawk, you have anything to update the world with? This is the end of the year. It's our last episode until next month. Except for Welcome to Derry.
Right.
I mean, we could talk about Welcome to Derry next week.
Nothing too big or exciting going on. I'm playing a lot of Baldur's Gate 3. I think I'm stuck at the end of Act 2, though. Because I'm at the Merkle fight.
Yeah.
I have not played, so
I haven't played yet either. So.
It is a game that you'll install, make a character, delete that character, make a new character, play that for a bit, uninstall the game, forget about it for a little bit.
Oh, first time? You guys haven't been doing that for the last 25 years with Baldur's Gate 1 and 2?
I did it with 2 as well.
I mean, I was doing that with Harry Potter and the Legacies.
Legacy?
Hogwarts Legacy. I was in and out of that thing constantly, and I was just like, oh, I've lost that character. I guess I got to make a new one. I got to play it again. I got to do a whole bunch of stuff again. So yeah,
that's what we do.
Restartitis is real.
Yeah,
I have a feeling that's going to be me when I finally get into where winds meet. Is I think it's going to be constantly like, all right, let's start over with a new character. Oh yeah, let's start over with a new character now.
You haven't played it yet. You're the one who told me.
I played a little bit. I played like about an hour or so of it just to kind of test it out, but I'm really getting tired of constantly getting like 80% through a game and then going like, ooh, what's this over here, and never going back. So I'm trying to stick to Lego Skywalker and finish the platinum on it, but goddamn, it's taking forever.
You're a good man.
I do not know how you can sit and try to platinum things over and over again. Like that would just drive me insane.
You didn't platinum Astrobot? Because that was...
Oh, I did.
No, I'm Marcus.
Oh,
I could not tell you. Probably. I mean, like you're talking about the first Astrobot, right? Yeah, probably.
No.
But
yeah,
was that last year? That's probably last year.
Was it last year?
What, Astrobot 2?
Whatever
it was last
full
year.
game was. Was it? I don't remember.
Yeah,
it's been such a long time.
Because it won Game of the Year last year.
Oh my God, it was last year, September.
Well,
so.
It feels like a lot longer. It feels like it was like way longer.
To me, time is compressed.
Time is an illusion. Speaking of video games, wait, Brent, did you have something you wanted to update the people about?
No, I got nothing. You know what? Honestly, like now that the traders thing is over, it is work focus for the rest of the month. Get through the heavy load of shows at the theater and
just let it go.
And then finally get a break in January and then get started on the next project. So.
Yep. Well, I'm glad we started talking about video games because we're going to start with our video games. So how it's going to work out, we're going to talk about our top 3. We'll go 3, just a name, and then number 2, then number 1, then we'll talk about number 1 for each of us. If your number 1 has been said, talk about your next game or the third game. And if we've gone through all of them, I don't know, pick something out of your ass or a game from like many years ago.
I had a third game and then I looked
like
it up and realized it actually came out.
It.
I thought my third game came out this year and then I looked it up and saw, it actually came out 2 years ago. Whoops.
Yeah, that's sort of like my movie. It officially came out in 2024, but it wide release is 2025. Anyway, let's get into video games. The order's gonna be Brent, Dave, Hawk, Marcus, then me. Let's start it. Brent, what are your top 3?
My third place one was going to be Humanity. Until I realized that because I thought I know that it was released as a demo a couple years ago, but I thought the full release came out this year. But apparently it came out last year. But I'm confused because I swear it came out earlier this year.
Well, what time last year did it supposedly come out? Like was
mid-year.
it like?
Well, it was.
Really?
It was.
Really?
It was April. It was like a March or April release, I believe.
Because I was still playing my PSVR 2 at that time.
Yeah.
But
that was just like I didn't. It's a game I didn't even really think about until I was really trying to think of like what games I played in the past year and I think it's because I played it this year and I absolutely love that game because like one of my favorite PC games growing up of all time was Lemmings. I love the strategy aspects of that, and this game is essentially that on a higher level. Second place, good things come to those who wait. Silksong was it's a really close between 2 and 1 for me, but Silksong definitely comes in. No, Silksong comes in at number 2. I got a lot of love for that game. I love how they expanded on the mythology of the world rather than expanding on the mythology of the character. So it feels like it's its own encapsulated game in this wider world, which is great. But no, number 1, hands up, who here has fallen in love with Clair Obscur Expedition 33?
I haven't played it.
I haven't played it. I know it's going to take up my life. I haven't had that time.
Oh yeah,
it will take your life. Yes.
This is game of the year. This is game of the decade. This is game of the century.
God damn it! You guys make it sound fuck off.
It's so good.
It is one of the most beautifully written stories. The music, it will just like absolutely give you chills the entire time. The twist that this game does, like the storytelling, like I'm not going to spoil it because I know 2 of you haven't played, and you need to go in spoiler free. But like I remember when I started playing it, one of my mods, Taffy, came to me and said, "Have you started it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." She's like, "Oh my god, there's a really big moment in this game that I want to hear your reaction to." And I play the game and I get to the end of Act 1 and the big moment happens and I was just like, "Oh my god, I couldn't believe that they did that. That was crazy." She's like, "No, that's not it."
Yeah.
Then I get to the end of Act 2. Then I get to the end of Act 2 and I'm like,
was it the Act 2 one she wanted?
yeah.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So that's the big reaction.
I have never been blown away by a story shift like they did in this game. And what they did so amazingly well throughout it to build up to that is they drop you all these little nuggets along the way so that you start picking up things and you start formulating, oh, I think this is what's happening. This is, oh, you know what? I figured it out. I'm on to you. You're not going to pull a fast one on me. No, I got it. But it's intentional. They are intentionally leading you down a wrong path so that when the actual reveal comes out, you are jaw on the floor. I have never seen storytelling like this.
Yep.
It is one of the most visually beautiful games. It is one of the most character-rich games. It is one of those, like, if you want to just play through the game, you can. But there is so much more to it if you want to explore, if you want to talk to this person, if you want to like create a stronger bond with this person and learn more about them. Like it's all there for you to play however you want. And
Marcus
I'm also like
he's just like fuckers. Stop talking
I'm
about
also
it.
I'm also a really big lover of the traditional JRPG turn-based combat. And they took in this game what I think the direction that Final Fantasy needs to go. They basically took how they shifted from 15 to 16 in the Final Fantasy series and then just developed it a little bit further to make it a little more action-based, where if you are just I only care about story, I want to point and click and get through these fights, you can do that. But if you want to really learn this, get involved in it, like the character development and like the combat systems are so elevated. And there are so many, like millions of options for how you can play each character that it just makes even replaying. I've played the game 3 times back to back to back. Like I bull rushed the game.
I've just done my first. I've only done one playthrough, like all the way through.
Yeah.
The fact that you guys are even talking about multiple playthroughs.
So I played the game once and then I went back a second time because in order to platinum the game, you had to play it a second time. But I missed something that I was supposed to do the second time. But I was like, I don't care. I'm going to finish playing through the story. And as soon as it was done, I started the third playthrough to finally get the platinum. And I did not care. I loved it, every moment of it. There's a massive variety if you explore the world. Like it isn't just like a JRPG. Like they've added elements of like Souls-like games. They've added elements of platforming into it. They've added elements of like there's like Astrobot style levels in this game that you can play, which I did not see coming. I'm like playing through and I'm like, why am I suddenly playing a level of only up? This is like this is bizarre, but I love it. But I know Eric, Hawk, you guys have played it. Like I'll let you guys gush about it too.
Yeah, I was really blown away by it. Story-wise, yes. By game mechanics, yes. That was the most interesting part to me in that because everybody was telling me this is where Final Fantasy should be in that. People point out that Final Fantasy is still doing like turn-based stuff. In certain areas in that, right? They've just taken it out of the main focus of the main games. But yeah, like Clair, Obscur, and was it Sandfall Interactive, the studio that developed, they just jumped on the turn-based aspect like with both feet. I love the parrying, even though it's like
this is the only game where I love parrying.
Yeah.
I know because it just becomes your obsession.
I love to parry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But built into that is all those dynamics that you got with like the classic Final Fantasy game where like certain characters are good at certain things, and like their interactions between each other in combat, they help facilitate or, set the next person up in their round and that to do like a knockout hit. I love that element. It's a combat system you can get into pretty easy and it takes a while to master. I will say that. The twist is just
delightful. The twist.
It's delightful.
There's
I
multiple.
know, and I really want. Like I
Marcus.
said, I only did my first. I only done one playthrough in that. I got I got one particular ending. I think it was Male's ending. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's 3 different endings to the game that you can get.
Yeah, but I still didn't beat Simon. He frustrated the hell out of me.
Okay. So I had to beat Simon. I had to learn how to give Mayel a build that allowed her to do 40 million hit points of damage per hit.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
And that's the only way I was able to beat Simon. That was like such a ridiculous fight.
The hit points are amazing. To add on this, the music is probably the best in years. I think the last time
very diverse, you know, you get a lot of different themes, you know. Again, they took a big nod from Final Fantasy for the soundtrack.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, you know, it can be both epic and it can be like, you know, like some sort of techno masterpiece in that playing during like a combat cycle.
It's the main thing I'm waiting for at the Game Awards is when the orchestra plays the music, because I know that they're gonna play the opening song from the like it was the end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3. I know that that's the song that they're going to play because it just hits hard and it's so beautiful. Like I can't wait. I can't wait for that one dude at the end with the like huge hair who's always like jamming out like crazy during the orchestras. I can't wait to see him going like, wild on this.
Flute guy?
Flute guy, yeah.
One other thing is there's a character whose combat mechanics are unlike anything I've seen. And you guys know the one I'm talking about. The one guy who's very unique in his style.
The skinny
styles.
legs?
Many styles.
Oh,
yeah, so I can't add any more. And if I did, Marcus would probably leave the podcast right now just to go get it. And play.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just know that it's going to be one of those things that I go on vacation. I'm on vacation for a couple weeks for Christmas break in one more week, right? And then if I buy it, then maybe I can.
You should buy it now. It's
kind
on
of
sale.
So here's the thing, though, Marcus.
You deserve to
don't
treat
tell me.
yourself,
Don't tell me.
Treat yourself.
Here's what I will tell you, though, Marcus. Make sure you carve out time because these guys will attest. I guarantee you that by the time you're done the intro to the game, you will not want to put it down. Has the intro to this game is one of the greatest intros ever in a video game. And it immediately was like, I can't stop playing.
It was so random too. You're like you get there and you're like you do your little menial things and then then it happens. And you're just like, fuck, I gotta play for another couple hours. And that's literally I wanted to play for 1 hour and just put it down for the night. Nope. Not possible. All right. Let's move on to Dave. Dave, what are your 3? Or whatever you have your list.
Or 3. I have not played a lot of video games this year. Why were we talking
I said games.
guys?
I didn't say
We
video
got all
games.
kinds of games out there.
Yeah.
We got all kinds of games. Because you know what else came out this year? Little indie hit called Draw Steel. Maybe you've heard of it. A little studio called MCDM.
I have not heard.
A little thing like that.
I have not,
Ooh, it's good. Oh, it's good.
Mm-hmm.
When was the last time you played D&D? Remember when you played D&D and you'd roll bad all night and you just wanted to leave and not play anymore? You can't do that in Draw Steel. You can't have a bad night. You can't roll bad. Well, you can roll poorly, but it's still stuff happens.
I'm trying to look this up right now, Dave, and all I'm finding is actual raw steel in my Google search.
Draw. D-R-A-W. Draw Steel.
Oh, Draw Steel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. Okay, there it is. There it is. Okay.
So MCDM
that changes things.
used to make 5e products, and then they were like, we're going to make our own game that takes all the things that aren't fun about D&D and do that. So it's kind of like Marvel Universe D&D, where like, do you guys like Legend of Vox Machina? Do you like Grog throwing people through walls?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you like punching a goblin so hard it explodes? You know, that's what you do in Draw Steel. Like there's movement. Like movement's very important because positioning is important because you can actually knock things together. So it's more it's implicitly heroic fantasy. They call it like heroic cinematic something fantasy action or whatever. I've run a couple of games. It's a lot of fun. I really want to get other people to run it for me at some point too, because that's also fun. Because it's also designed to be fun for the game master, which they call the director. Imagine that. Imagine a game where it's fun to run it for your friends instead of going, wow, thank you for it. So basically, the game is designed so it doesn't get more boring as you play. It gets more exciting. Because when you play D&D or Pathfinder or whatever, you start out with your maximum hit points and you have all your abilities. And as you play, those things dwindle. And in this game, as your hit points dwindle, you're gaining heroic resources, sort of like when you gain Wrath in Diablo 3 as like the Crusader. So you build up your resources, maybe like a MOBA. That was something that inspired them a lot. So that you can like use abilities and then eventually like ult. So the longer a fight goes, the more interesting it gets. The longer you push through and do more fights, the more of those abilities you can do. So every time you win a fight, you gain like victories. Victories increase the number of class abilities you start with at the start of a fight. But you have to balance it out with, oh crap, actually we're superheroes and we're all beat up. Are we going to stop fighting? Or are we going to push to the end and try to stop Doom or whatever? And when you do that, you go and rest, and you go back to Avengers HQ. So it's just so well designed, and there's a whole bunch of new stuff coming out. They just brought out the Summoner class, so you can play a proper Necromancer and just have 12 minions on the field.
I like that when you Google
great.
it, one of the first articles that comes up is titled "Draw Steel is ... a lot."
It is. It's very crunchy. So it's not a great like beginner game in that sense.
Yeah.
But the fact that you can't not have fun once you start.
There's a system that I'm not sure if it's new or if like where it came from, but one of the guys that was in Spamalot with us was bringing it up, and I don't know what it's called, and I just literally sent him a message asking what the hell was the thing called. I don't know. Is this the one where you have to roll randomly for who you are? Like it's a thing where you have.
No.
So in this system that he was talking about, like you roll. There's like a list of say like 70 or 80 classes or whatever, and you roll for who you're going to be or like what class you're going to be. But like your class only has like one specific like move / perk or like kind of ability or something like that. And it's never something that's like really awesome. It's like something that could be awesome in a situation, but it will also be detrimentally bad for you in other situations. Like it's a weird kind of mix, but I love the idea of like, you're kind of handcuffed to this like idea of like you can do whatever you want, but your character will excel really well in this situation, but you're going to be a nightmare when it comes to this situation or something. And I just loved the idea of like we did like an example at the cast party, and he's like, roll, okay, so this is your character, and basically it was something like my guy would have the ability to see exceedingly well in the dark, but his something about like the because of that, like I cannot approach anybody who's holding light. I can't talk to anybody during daylight. Like there's like a whole bunch of weird things that you'd have to work around because of the perk that your character has. And it was just kind of weird. It was just like a strange thing. And I was like, that's very like cumbersome. But as we kind of like looked into it, and you get like 6 other people that are doing the same sort of thing, it becomes really funny, but also really interesting to see how you deal with those kind of problems. So I'm trying to figure out what this is as soon as I get like an actual word down. But if that sounds familiar,
one of the things in Draw Steel is there's complications. So you have inherent drama with your character. They did borrow a little bit from like Star Wars, the new Star Wars, newish, the Fantasy Flight Star Wars RPG kind of does that, where it's like, oh, you're playing like a Han Solo type character. Sooner or later, someone's coming after you because you're Han Solo, right?
Yep.
Like Jabba the Hutt has a bounty on you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
That kind of stuff's built into Draw Steel. Some people say that's the best part of the system, which I find incredible. Like, that's just, what do you mean? That's just, you're just like, it's the fiasco part, which is a whole game into itself, fiasco. But like, it's got all this other stuff. It's got a whole negotiation system. So instead of just, hey, roll a diplomacy check and see what, no, you can actually, the NPC has certain likes and interests and stuff like that, and you try to figure them out through the conversation or like actually investigating sort of thing. Like it's all built around actually being useful rather than just roll a d20 and hope it's good. Right.
That's why I like Daggerheart as well. Like it's different.
Daggerheart is very good, and it's very like I think Matt Mercer because it is the hope and fear is I think a very, and those are great mechanics. Like they're both great games. The problem I have with Daggerheart is it's still a little too 5e.
It is very
so like if you roll bad in Daggerheart, you're still gonna have a bad time. Whereas in Draw Steel, like you rolled 2 1. Well, 2 1s is a critical hit. Actually, it's a critical success in Daggerheart. But if you roll 4, like I was just watching Penny Arcade play Daggerheart. They switched to Daggerheart.
Their acquisition
and
Incorporated was good,
which is awesome. The fact that they were like, oh well, these guys don't even work for D&D. It's a whole thing. The TTRPG industry is whack right now. But yeah, that's number 1 for me. I can't wait to play more of it, which is funny because I also have my own game I've been working on that I want to play more, but that's not for the public. Valheim, the board game, came in a couple of weeks ago. Mm-hmm. Haven't been able to play that yet. Very excited. I've been big on my board games. I got my Deep Rock board games. I'm hoping to get more BattleTech. So
then
there's not much to say about that. Hopefully. But I really enjoyed Valheim. So the board game made natural sense. It's a lot of fun. And then I've got so many games that I've like barely touched.
I feel like Draw Steel is the one for you.
I barely touched that too in a lot of I think, but my number 1 I think has got to be Marvel Cosmic Invasion.
Yes.
It's real good. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this. Just a classic co-op beat 'em up for Marvel.
I've seen lots of videos of it. I've seen like tons of videos of people playing and stuff.
You can go download the demo right now for free and play through the first like 3 levels, and you can play half the characters. I was playing as Wolverine. Wolverine's a lot of fun. She-Hulk was a lot of fun.
Yep.
I was playing as Nova. Oh my gosh, it's great. And the demo's even co-op. I was playing with my buddy.
Nice.
Oh, it's good. It's been a good year for beat 'em ups because we also had some Power Rangers and some other stuff.
And
but that
game also came out.
And Ninja Turtles, yeah. Man, that game's really good. I can't wait to really dig into it.
It's fun.
I'm surprised they're a little. I was expecting like a $30 price tag, but it's like $35 on sale. Mm-hmm. But I don't know how long it is, so we'll see. I might wait till I don't know. I want to just dive into it. It's super fun. I love beat 'em ups. It reminds me, back in the day, I used to play a lot of Streets of Rage, which I just played Streets of Rage 4 this year.
Love that.
Golden Axe, obviously Spider-Man 2, Maximum Carnage, like
it feels like Turtles in Time.
I love that game.
Yeah,
that's what Cosmic.
It does feel like
Turtles in Time. Love that too. Yeah.
The Ninja Gaiden Ragebound that came out this year was a really good like hack and slash game as well.
That too.
I just got the Shinobi Art of Violence as well. I'm looking forward to starting that.
I think we're feeling like we're getting a little renaissance here of beat 'em ups and side scrollers. Like they're not difficult. They're not expensive to make. They're super fun. You can play with multiple people. Like easy to make content for.
Fair.
But Cosmic Invasion is solid. I also think a Canadian developer, if I'm not mistaken. So
cool.
It might be. I always love that. Yeah, that's my number 1, I think.
All right.
It's solid.
Hawk, you're next.
Yeah, Clair Obscur was a great game, but it's still my number 2.
What?
I know. Because
Tribute Games, who did Marvel Cosmic, is from Montreal. Yes.
It's the indie developers, from like Canada. Samfall we saw this year. Yep, from France. Is just trouncing like AAA titles now. But no,
sorry, I wanted to just add one thing. Sorry, to Clair Obscura. This is what happens. This game happens when you have developers that are passionate about something and they're in a big studio and then they leave because they can't do what they want. These were Ubisoft employees who are just like, we want to do story-driven games. We don't want to just have these things where we have to go to a base and take over this section like every single Ubisoft game. So they left. They made their own small little team, did everything themselves, and they came out with this fucking amazing game. I think there's like 30 to 50 people in their studio. Insane.
I believe
very small.
They're higher now.
Their composer
DLC
was found on SoundCloud, weren't they?
Also, I just saw the announcement yesterday. I believe DLC is coming out soon, and it's going to be free.
They're
Yes.
amazing.
Bless their hearts. Bless their
Yeah.
freaking hearts.
Marcus
Jesus
just bought
Christ.
it already. Sorry, Hawk.
I'm
That's
about
okay.
to, honestly.
No, my number one game this year was a little title called Death Stranding 2 on the beach.
That was
That's
mine.
not little.
I'm so sorry, Eric. I know, but
That's
like,
fine.
you know, again, I don't play a lot of video games. You know, so this year, you know, for me, really to get into like 2 amazing games like this was kind of a novel treat. But yeah, it has to go to Death Stranding 2. It was just, it was an experience, you know. I was an early shipper of Death Stranding. I know people kind of like, you know, when people were tagging it as a walking simulator, I was
Pure later
you know,
simulator or UPS
a
simulator.
pure later Amazon delivery guy simulator, whatever. And that it was still the most unique video game experience I had ever had. And that, you know, because you know, it followed like this kind of line of philosophy that Kojima was developing like throughout Metal Gear and that you know, it's like video games. Even action-oriented video games can be played without actually killing anybody in that. And he incorporated that amazing feature into Death Stranding, the first one. That you know, killing somebody in the game has real consequences. And that if you don't take the body to an incinerator, and that you've got an H bomb that's going to take out like, you know, a good portion of the map. You know, yeah, that is brought back, but at the same time, while still holding firm to all the fundamentals they established in the first game, and that he makes it more action oriented, and he gives you, it's like the tools in it are just crazy. There's almost too many tools you can use in the game for, you know, distractions and hiding and combat. The weapons are like insane. One is like a tar fire hose that you use to put out you know, flames.
I never used that.
But
Ever.
I used it a few times. And that it's actually pretty powerful. I actually used it in the Nirvana fight and that going up the alley.
Oh.
You remember?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, speaking of which, the visuals in the game, stunning. Absolutely stunning. Like the rendered landscapes and that. Like the intro and that, just the title credit intro and that, you're looking at it, it's like, oh, this is all just CGI
I
and that. It's like,
messaged
no.
you during this because I was like,
yeah.
I don't understand how this is not real. Because it was so, I couldn't understand it. My brain could not process how realistic it looked. I was like, this has to be real. This can't. And then he shows up, and you're like, fuck, that's not. This is what. I still don't understand how good this game looks. I don't.
I know.
Metal Gear Solid 5 still is one of the best looking video games, and that came out like 7 years ago.
That was the
The
beginning.
Fox
of this
engine is insane.
Yeah. Well, with his Decima engine, he's been developing with this. You know, this is studio. It's like he's really reached a peak with it. You know, but I don't think he'll ever stop there. You know,
Correction: 10 years ago, Metal Gear Solid 5.
Jesus.
It has been 10 years, hasn't it? Because I was thinking there was something.
I should beat it one of these days. It's only my favorite franchise.
I have
there was
about 90 hours logged into it and still haven't beat it.
Yep. There was a shit Metal Gear Solid game that came out after that. So
wait, what was after 5?
do you remember it was this weird one that?
How dare you? I beat Metal Gear Survive. It was awesome, dude.
Metal Gear.
It was awesome.
Oh my god, I forgot about
Metal Gear. Also, I forgot I played this year. It's super fun.
That's sick.
Wow.
What? Wait, hold that back up, Dave.
1 second.
Oh,
Hang on. Marcus is getting his wallet. Hold it up.
Yep.
Marcus is gonna
That's
buy
awesome.
everything today. Just
Well,
everything.
Metal Gear Solid, like that was one of my favorite fucking games of all time.
Yeah.
This board game feels like it feels like you're playing Metal Gear Solid 1, the video game.
That's
But it's a board game.
make my brain.
Every time I think
understand.
about Metal Gear Solid, Marcus, I remember you telling me about the first time you played it when you were playing it at like 2 a.m. and you fell asleep with the game on and then woke up to the game talking to you, telling you to turn it off. And
Yeah. It was literally like, you've been playing for too long. You need to turn it off. And I was like,
he calls me the next day and he's like, I don't know what I was on, man, but the game was talking to me. It was scary as hell.
Metal Gear Solid 4, I beat the game. I fell asleep in the credits. Or no, in the outro bit movie. I woke up 2 hours later and was still going on. Like the movie was still going. I was like, what the? Oh my God.
Dude, you can't buy this one anymore.
I can 3D print it.
Yeah.
I have
can
the
offer you money.
well, you can 3D print anything.
Sorry, Hawk.
But that
We've derailed
yeah.
your Death Stranding.
Forget
2.
Clair Obscura. Go back to Metal Gear.
Well, Delta did come out this year.
Stranding.
On top of an amazing like playable game, and it is amazing. It is populated with like the weird, another insanely weird story. This time, our main hero Norman Reedus, Sam Bridges, is a father to a toddler in the Death Stranding landscape.
Don't ruin stuff.
I won't ruin stuff. Things change, and basically he finds himself back out on the road again and trying to connect, society once again on a new mission. This time in Mexico and Australia. The cast is great. It's just like it's that weird mix he has of like great actors, and basically like
random
the cameos.
actors.
And George Miller,
yes, is Tarman.
And Guillermo del Toro,
Dead Man.
Yeah, he's back. Yep, he's back in it. I had a list here, and that Shuli Kutsuna, as you might remember her from the Deadpool movies. I'm Yukio.
Yukio.
Hi, Yukio. She's in it. She plays
Rain.
Yeah, she's delightful. She plays Rainy. She has these powers. I think they explained it to us in the game, but none of it actually makes any sense.
It made sense.
It still doesn't make it. Sort of makes sense, but it doesn't.
In Hideo.
In his mind, exactly.
In his world, it makes sense.
If you're watching a David Lynch film, it makes sense in David Lynch's world, and then the same goes for Kojima. Yes, he did have George Miller in the game as Tarman. He's basically like your pilot. Humans have basically learned to live in this world and have adapted to it and have begun using the Death Stranding, and in particular the tar in that. It's their new mode of travel. Basically, like the submersible that works its way through this like chiral tar network. But on top of that, the villain from the last game, Higgs, returns, played by Troy Baker.
And now he has a guitar.
He has a guitar, and he uses that. And I got to tell you, the boss fight at the end of the game is just like there's like shades of Metal Gear Solid 4 in it.
Yeah.
But it's still just 100% is the weirdest, funnest boss battle like I have played all in a long time.
You guys all play Control, right?
Yeah.
I have
Control.
I have
such a backlog, dude.
You know how randomly when you're playing it and all of a sudden there's a music video level where you're just running through and music is playing?
Yep.
There's random things like that in Death Stranding 2, and it's just so delightful. Oh,
yeah.
So for someone who hasn't played the first one yet, I mean, it's one of those like that's going to be on my backlog for I think until the day I die, probably.
Try it, just do it.
Yeah, but we'll see. But for if you haven't played the first one, is this like the kind of thing you can jump into, or like how would you compare it to the first one? Is it a very similar game, or is it like
the mechanics are Solid 2 without having played Metal Gear Solid 1? You'd be so confused.
I don't know, because like you are basically it's an expansion of the first game, and that the mechanics are all the same.
They're better.
Story wise, you're going to be a little behind in that. It's a lot of it's not going to make sense.
I'm not saying like I would play part 2 without playing part 1. I'm just wondering like mechanically how different, because I know people's opinions of the original game. I intend to sit down and form my own one day, but I'm curious to know like how those positions on the game compare to people's positions on part 2.
So he took all the mechanics of the first game and like elevated it. Like they're good, but it's like he refined it. And
the first game was pure later. The first game was like pure later simulator, and the second one was Amazon
Simulator. It wasn't just that. It was basically the first game was about connection and that. Basically, people living in like little isolated underground bunkers and that, and getting their deliveries and that. But the thing you should be focusing on when you're playing those games is building. You collect the resources like ceramics and metals and that. You build roads.
Yeah,
you build like. Yeah,
and that's why Survive was actually really good, because Kojima built that stuff into 5, and Survive was actually one of the best survival games I ever played.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
See, that aspect of the game is what appeals to me most. It's
Mhm.
like the weirdest thing is maybe it's because I'm an adult now, but like the infrastructure appeals to me most about that
Yeah.
game rather than combat or exploration.
Yeah, and
Like,
you'll become obsessed with the infrastructure. No, no doubt. You know,
But-
And it makes
yeah.
the game easier to play.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's interest. Like you're not just building this infrastructure by yourself. Like we're all connected. Like every player who plays this game is connected by a chiral network. That's
Mhm.
the name they use. But basically, anyone who
Ooh.
plays the game, you can
You can finish other
you
people's
can
projects,
finish other people's
basically.
roads and stuff like that. Like you can help build things. Like you're not the only person building these things. Like you're
Mhm.
all working together to do these things, and then you can give like
Also,
people
the
props
the
for doing these things, and it's amazing. Like or help them
there's
with
also
weapons and
there's also upkeep on equipment in that, so you can upkeep on the equipment in that. Like if somebody builds a really nice zipline network in that, and you can see it starting to rust out in that, then you contribute resources in that to keep it going.
I had the
There's
best
just
zip
also-
line.
I know,
course
they're so
in the
fun, aren't they?
mountains in the second
Yeah.
game. It was delightful. It's just so good.
The second game definitely builds on a lot more of that because, like, you know, now there are certain facilities that you can start get manufacturing the materials that you need, and instead of just basically kind of coming across them in the world. So it just builds on the first game in every way, and by the end of it, you will be gagging for a sequel, which I don't know if is ever going to happen in that.
I don't
He
think
says
he's
that.
doing
He says it'd probably be directed by somebody else, you know, which you know
That's never happened before.
Yeah,
He's literally, he was supposed to, he kept saying after Metal Gear Solid 2, he wasn't
Yeah.
going to make another, and he made 4 more
Three.
technically.
But he already has a game that he's working on. Right
6, actually, because he made 2 PSP games as well.
that's
now. Right?
true.
He's making his horror
Peace
game right now.
Walker. Mhm.
Yeah.
I know, for the Xbox. Come on,
And PC.
and PC.
He just went where he could get funding. It'll be out on everything. Xbox is
Eventually.
on Steam.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll play it. I won't buy an Xbox. Just
This
to do
is
that,
an
you know?
Xbox. Remember that?
That's true.
it'll eventually Netflix will own everything and we can get it all together.
I know.
Oh.
Rankled about that this week.
I don't know. We were talking about Clair Obscur's amazing soundtrack.
Mhm.
Death Stranding 2 has the best like collected soundtrack. So it's different artists like Churches, who's actually in the game as well. They
Yeah,
contributed the theme song
and artists
for-
you might never have heard of otherwise. And that this one band, Low Roar, which I'm
Low
actually
Roar.
really kind of, I'm really getting into it now, and that because of like, you know, the contributions. You know, he loves them. Very soft melodic stuff, you know, but it's perfect when you're traveling over like some vast empty field where you're about to reach your next destination. It's very comforting the way the music kicks in and that, you know, because like, you know, it's like it can be so isolated and, you know, like kind of trepidatious as you're trying to make your way through some part you've never been to before. But then once you hear like some music kicking, it's like it lets you know you're in the home stretch before you get to another like station or
that's so
that,
perfect.
and
That's
it's
perfect.
like, yeah,
I made a playlist on my on Apple Music. So whenever I'm driving, I'll put it on and I'll just it's perfect. Like I feel like I don't feel the stress because I'm just driving.
Yep.
Like, oh yeah. Wood Kid's playing right now.
Mhm.
I love this game. As you guys saw with my PlayStation, I'll send it to Dave, my PlayStation wrap up of
Your
this year.
roundup.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
it was at 92 hours in that game.
Yeah.
Wow.
What did I? I think I was definitely over 100. Let me see.
My buddy sent me a text.
Oh,
earlier,
100.
and it was
I
like,
spent 142 hours on it.
What the
Wow.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I need to play more apparently.
Damn.
Hey, I have over 7. I think I'm up to 800 hours in Helldivers 2.
Yeah,
By the way.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eric,
you've
you're
been
at
on that.
222.
Was I? Oh,
Yeah.
shit. I thought it was 94.
Oh my god.
I played
My
a lot
friend
of
sent
that
me a
game.
text
Not
that was
even
like, oh,
close.
my
Hours
PlayStation wrap up, and it said server could not be found.
Oh, all right.
How do I
Helldivers 2, probably.
Let's move over to Marcus. Marcus,
I quite like
what are your
Helldivers.
Hey,
games?
no,
Mm.
I mean, I'm just looking at your picture. No, it does say 93 hours on your Death Stranding 2
Yeah, that's
one,
what I thought.
but I don't know what the 20 because it also says 222 hours, so I'm not sure what
Yeah, I'm
that's
looking
on.
at summary of your year says 222 hours played.
Is that like for the full year? That can't possibly be right for
Well,
just
you
the full
also
year.
did
I-
finish the original Death Stranding. Is it
I did
somehow
that on
counting?
PC though. I played
Oh,
more
okay.
PC than I did PS5 this year, to be honest.
Fair.
Interesting.
93 hours.
So I'll similarly, I have not had much time to play hardy games and get into the weeds of things. In fact, I spent most of the beginning of this year finishing off a game from years ago. Was what was it? Forbidden West, which was wonderful. I had a great time doing that, and then played a couple of my other games from last year. I played a bit of Space Marines 2 and stuff again, and like those kind of games. It was great. But recently, there have been a few things that I've really enjoyed that have definitely been notable, and I've picked my tops from there. So number 3 is not a game per se; it is retro gaming handheld systems. So I bought one a couple years back, and it was a lot of fun. But it was the chip was pretty shitty, and it was really horribly organized. But I still liked it. And then I tried to pull it out for my kids to try at some point, and it just wasn't working. So I ordered another one, and that led me down a little bit of a rabbit hole of these other new retro systems that are out and available and everything. So bought a I bought a couple, and I've been playing them, and like most of them, again, 10,000 games, whatever they say you can play. Most of them are copies, but a lot of Game Boy games and NES games, Super NES games, like all of those work flawlessly, and they're amazing. I just put a pre-order in on one that and this also happened because of people that I was doing Spamalot with. They were playing Steam Decks and a couple of handheld games and stuff, so I'd be, leaning over shoulders, being like, "Hey, what are you playing? What are you doing?" This led me to the Retroid Pocket 5, which one of the people there had, and I started playing it, and good lord, it was a lot of fun. And you can play Switch games, you can play like GameCube and PS2 games flawlessly, and like all these like awesome old systems that I'm like, "Ooh, I really want these." So just as I was about to put in an order for that system, a new one was announced that's coming out in January. So I'll be buying the Retroid Pocket 6, which is coming out in January, and I look forward to populating that with many games and being crazy, playing old-fashioned games and loving that. So that's my number 3. And my number 2 is going to be Hades 2.
Yeah.
Hades 2 was freaking awesome. So again, this is all because of the friends that I had during Spamalot. They had their Steam Deck, and I was like, "Oh, Hades, I love Hades." And he's like, "Oh, this is Hades 2." And I was like, "Oh shit, you're playing Hades 2." So during the show and during rehearsals, he would hand me his Steam Deck while he was doing stuff and in rehearsal and stuff. So I was playing Hades 2 on his Steam Deck, and my fucking god, that game is wonderful. Like, I loved Hades. I do not. I mean, I think I've said it before. I'm usually not a big roguelike games player. I don't like those kind of games very often. There are a handful that still win me over. Hades won me over tooth and nail. It was amazing. I loved it. Hades 2 is so much better. Like, I mean, I loved Hades. I love Hades 2. That's a great, great game. So that's my number 2. My number 1 game is Shinobi Art of Vengeance.
Thank you for telling me it's good. I just bought it, and I can't wait to play it.
Brent, you like it is fun. But what wins me more than anything is the nostalgia factor mixed with the gorgeous art factor of this game. Like, it is so beautiful to watch and behold. Everything is hand drawn, all those hand drawn cells doing all the magic that they do. I bought it. I think I mentioned it on either on one of these things or like on our little chat thing at some point, that I was like looking into it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I want to check out this game." So I bought it back then, sat on it for a while, and then one random like Friday, I was like, "Oh yeah, I got Shinobi on this. I should probably start playing." The next thing I know, I blinked and it was 4 a.m. And like,
those are the best games.
It was like I just kept going. I was just like, bam, 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 slice, 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 bam, bam. And like all of a sudden I look over, I'm like, "Oh my god, I need to go to bed. I have to
Why
go
does
to
my kid
work."
ask me for breakfast?
Yeah, like it was one of those, and that only happens on a game that I can fully just lose myself in. And like, this is not meant to be one of those games. This is supposed to be a game that you can just pick up, play 20 minutes, half an hour, put it back down and pick it up again later, that kind of thing. But I got so lost in it. I love this game so much. And I'm especially happy with it. It's the same people who made the Streets of Rage 4 remake and everything, and it's so gorgeous. And I loved playing that. I loved that game. So
it was so good. Streets of Rage 4 was awesome.
Oh, so it's that kind of art style mixed with a little bit of like the old nostalgia kind of art style stuff and everything, but it's so freaking beautiful. And I loved the Shinobi games. That was like one of my favorite things. That was the reason I wanted a Sega Genesis mainly was Shinobi games. So that game has just brought me right back to my childhood in the best way possible. All of what I've been doing lately has been retro old style gaming and everything. So then to have this that bridges the gap perfectly of the old style retro games that I loved playing mixed with holy shit, this is new, gorgeous, beautiful, and just so addictive to play. It's simple enough that anybody can just love it and enjoy it, but it's also challenging enough that you can just want to rip your hair out if I had any left. But it's in a good way. It is in such a good way. I love it so much. I could not be happier with this game.
I still remember being like 8 or 9 years old and seeing an ad for a game that I really wanted, and it was Wrath of the Black Manta. And I desperately wanted that game so bad, and Christmas was coming, and I kept kind of hinting to my brother that I wanted that. And then Christmas comes, and I see that he's got me a game for it, and I open it up, and it ends up being Shinobi. And I remember being like that little shitty kid back then who was like all pissed off because I didn't get the game I wanted.
Yeah.
And then I open it up, and it was one of those like old NES cartridges that was like the weird black curved one that wasn't like a regular one. I was like, what is this dumb shit? Like,
Yeah.
Put it in, and he and I could not stop playing it. Like I absolutely fell in love, like from just all of the regular going through the levels, and then like all of those ones where you had to like throw the ninja stars at the targets that were passing by, and like just absolutely obsessed. So when I found out that they were making a new one now, I was like immediately, I was like, I don't care, I'm getting it. Like,
the levels, like there's so many fun different levels. Like they're all very nostalgic feeling and everything, but like there's some that are just like traversal and craziness. There's some that are just like straight pull through and just fight, and then fight a boss, and then fight, and fight a bigger boss, and then it's the same boss. He comes back, but he's fucking tougher. Like it's just that kind of stuff. But then there's these multi-tiered levels where it's like, oh, you have to go do a bunch of things first, then come back to a central point, do this now. Now you can go do this thing. Now you can open this door, and it's like you forget that this little side scroller game is just this giant open world almost. Like it's just fucking crazy to realize what you're capable of doing with such a simple idea when you have, the resources at your disposal to be like, well, we can make a simple side scroller that just goes one back and forth, or we can make a big fucking complicated level that people can get lost in. And then you can go back and like with your upgraded powers and abilities and gears and shit like that and just fucking kill people like crazy, have a lot of fun, and then go find the secret things that you lost the last time or you missed the first time around. So like it's got tons of replayability. I love it. I mean, if they could expand, apparently they are. There's actually going to be some DLC for this coming out at some point. So I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be, but I just heard whisperings that there is DLC coming out for the Shinobi game, and I can't wait. So this has been a huge win on the backbone of nostalgia. So yeah,
And
if you
now-
guys ever get a chance, please get it and please play it because it's wonderful.
And now I have bought in Shinobi.
Yeah, that was how I felt playing Ragebound, like the Ninja Gaiden game that came out this year.
Well,
it was so fun and nostalgic, and like
I was gonna get Ninja Gaiden originally when I saw this, but then I saw this and I saw that like I compared the two art styles and I was like, well, okay, well Ninja Gaiden is way more in the retro realm, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But it was the art and like the beautiful hand drawn accents from Shinobi that drew me to that first. And now it's ruined me a little bit. I just want them all to look like that, but it's wonderful. It's so wonderful.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna do mine. I knew you guys were gonna pick Clair Obscura, and obviously that's my top game. So I'm not gonna even. I didn't even put that on my.
It's
top
in my
three.
cart. It's in my cart right now. You
Yeah, as you should. I'm gonna talk about my 3 really quickly. Number 3, Arc Raiders, which is a game I just got last week, but it's so fucking good. It is a third-person extraction shooter. You can go solo or you can go in a team. I don't know if you played The Division, but going into the Dark Zone was one of the shittiest experiences in my life.
Yeah.
I had played with Hawk. We would hate it. We would never want to go in
It
there.
was horrible. It was so dread-inducing.
Because there would be bigger teams there just fucking destroying you.
Just waiting for you.
Arc
just
Raiders
waiting.
is just Dark Zone all the time, except
Oh my God.
all the people are nice in the game. I've been playing solo, and everyone has been like,
Are
hey,
you playing
what's
on
up?
PC or console?
PC.
Because somebody did a bunch of statistics, and the betrayal rate on console was 30%, and I think it was between 7 and 9. I think so 8 on
PC?
On PC.
My
So PC players are nicer.
are not dicks. Also, I'm playing solo, so I wonder if you're in a team, it's more.
Teams is more likely also to have people fight because already you've got a group.
Mhm. Yeah.
I really wanted to get into. I really want to get into. I've heard it described as Star Wars Tarkov kind of because it's got a very Star Wars aesthetic. Everything's grimy and like old and like it's a post-apocalyptic kind of thing.
And Terminator.
But also when you look at the weapons, you're like, oh, that's a blaster. Oh, you have shield. Oh, that's a shield from like Star Wars. It's like everything is very Star Wars. Like old looking weapons with
and like the muted colors. It's although the
former Battlefield developers, they made the finals. Like
it's really nice. The first match I did, and I was scared the whole time. Obviously, Dark Zone trauma. But the first guy I met, he was like, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Oh, hi." He's like, "Do you have any light bulbs?" I was like, no. He's like, "Oh, you're new," and I was running away. Like it's proximity chat, and I was running away at the time. And he's like, "Oh, wait, you're new," and then he helped me extract, and I was like, "God damn it, people are nice in here."
Guys trying to help you. You got any light bulbs? Fuck you.
The enemies are very they're robots, like they're the arcs, and they're like it feels so real. Like if they're flying enemies, and they have 4 like propellers. If you shoot one, it has to figure out how to move again. Like it recalculates how to move based on how you shoot it and how you down it.
That's awesome.
It's so cool, and it happens in like in minuscule ways, and it's just like the AI for the enemies is amazing. I'm talking too much for this. Number 2 is Luminous Arise, which is by Enhance. This is a game that was created.
I always called it Lumines.
Yeah, no, the developers call it Luminous.
The
OG
PSP. Oh, so good.
So the person who made Rez and Tetris Effect, which is my favorite Tetris game, he decided to do Lumines, and which was what he originally wanted to do when he made Tetris Effect. So he couldn't get the rights for Lumines. Got Tetris.
That's pretty.
Tetris Effect. Lumines is a beautiful game. It's so calming and delightful. It is my game I play before I go to bed, just because it's just it feels like a spiritual experience. Tetris Effect has the same feeling for me. I'll play both of those games until I die. My number 1 game is a game by hold on, let me see who they're originally by.
Bethesda GameWorks. It's Skyrim Restore, whatever it was.
No,
it's RuneScape Restored. It's what remake is it?
So my number 1 game is by a game studio called Ad Hoc Studios. They are the former Telltale Studios developers, and alongside Critical Role, they made a game called Dispatch, where you play a dispatcher for superheroes. It's a story-based game, so you have those.
Is this the weekly one?
Yeah, it was an episode.
Like the one that has the weekly episodes? Yeah. Okay.
So there's 8 episodes. It's done. The game is fully out. But the actors are amazing in this game.
The art style looks very Invincible.
Yes. So the art style is Invincible, Critical Role-y. It's the best voice acted game I've ever played. It feels like you're watching a cartoon, and then all of a sudden you're like, there's a quick time event, or there's a decision you have to make for the for what you're talking about. The main character is played by Aaron Paul. This is his first game, and he didn't want to do video games, and then he met these people and they pitched him the idea, and he's like, yes. we will do this. And then the cast of Critical Role's in it. There's a bunch of other people, streamers and other.
Aaron Paul, Jeffrey Wright, Aaron
Jeffrey
Yvette, Laura
Wright is
Bailey, Travis
amazing.
Willingham, Matthew Mercer, Jacksepticeye,
Moist Critical's one of the voices.
Joel Haver,
Jacksepticeye.
Joel Haver, the guy who does the ridiculous YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Alana Pierce, Young Gravy. Like, what a crazy cast!
It's phenomenal. Like, it's so good. I picked it up when it first came out. I only played the first 2 episodes, and then I just started playing it again. And I'm just like, why did I stop this game? Oh yeah, it was released in 2 episodes every 2 weeks or something, and it's the storytelling is unreal and the animation is unreal. It's so unique, and I hope people play this game because this studio deserves its money. And yeah, this is how Critical Role also became involved. They sent them the script. Laura Bailey was like, "This sounds amazing. How can we be part of this?" And then they decided to, join them and help do everything. Like,
Critical Role
I've
is a
seen
fucking
it
juggernaut right now.
yeah.
I've seen a few friends of mine like playing and streaming it, and I've avoided it because I'm like, as soon as I watched a little bit, I was like, yeah, this is definitely something I want to check out.
I'm debating streaming it. Just that's how good it is. Like, it's phenomenal. Let's move on to TV shows. Instead of like talking about 3 and 2 just because it's getting late, let's just mention it and then we'll talk about your number 1. Let's start at the top. Brent, TV shows.
We'll run through real quick. Number 3, is season 7 of Game Changers. I think is some of the best episodes that they've ever done. And it also is the season that led to Katie Maravich presents Dimension 20 on a Bus, which is one of the best videos of the year. Number 2, one that and maybe this is recency bias because I just binged the entire season last night, The Chair Company. It takes the really cringe comedy formula of Tim Robinson and Zach Kanan's work, but brings it into a universe where everyone else in the world is not reacting to what he's happening, but is like working through the same kind of cringe. And I love the fluctuation between sometimes it's like this weird absurdist comedy, and other times it's like everyone's going along with what's happening, and maybe it's not so absurd, and it gets fucking absurd. But definitely, I mean, like, we've been doing a weekly series on it. Number 1, hands down, is Welcome to Derry. Like, holy shit. Like, this is Stephen King done right. This is what happens when when he gives license to somebody who truly understands his work and what he's going for, and is given the creative freedom to expand it into an entire Stephen King multiverse, essentially. The reference, like, from not just the show itself, but like the references it pulls from all of the other works in his catalog, and the way it all intertwines these stories that you never thought were connected. Now you realize, holy shit, they really are. And there's even still more so to come, but it is engaging storytelling. It is terrifying at times. It is literally probably the scariest show I think I've ever watched. And it's like, if it's not terrifying me or it's not engaging me, I mean, I watched yesterday's episode. I cried during this week's episode. Like, it affected me emotionally too. It's so damn good. And Hawk just left and he can't talk about it. Like,
I have still not watched Welcome to Derry, and it's because I know, like, I need to have time to just go through it all, and I feel like if I start it, I'm going to want the whole thing to be finished, so I can just binge the whole thing.
You're not gonna turn it off as soon as you start. Like,
that's what I'm worried about.
Opening scene of the first episode, this show lets you know what it's about and that it's not fucking around. Like, if it is the movie to the, like, the Machete movies to the extreme. It's like, okay, he was caged and hogtied while making those movies, and now he's like, go for it. There are some incredibly fucked up scenes and visuals in this show, like hauntingly fucked up visuals. I'm not going to go into specific detail. If you want those,
Nightmare.
listen to our weekly recaps of the episodes.
There are images on that show that I don't think I'll ever get out of my head. Yep.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever look at a mother-daughter relationship like I will
I knew you were
after
gonna say that,
movie.
and I knew it, and I don't like it.
I don't think I'm never going to eat pickles the same way.
Never.
I will never look at pickles the same way.
I will just say that it is phenomenal. This show is. It was the first time when me and Brent talked about the first 2 episodes. I was like, I need to talk about this more because the deep dives into the mythology and everything that he's pulling from is just so pristine. And the way that they in Clair Obscur, you get little breadcrumbs, right, leading you to things that might not happen. This one, we had breadcrumbs that definitely led to things that we didn't expect, and some things that we expected and didn't happen.
Like the brilliance of that, like there's the one that we kept touching on, in every episode where we talked about it, about like we think that there's a specific character that we think this is what's happening with this character, but
Beverly
we're not
Marsh
sure.
experience.
And they keep dropping all these little breadcrumbs throughout it to like lead you to believe something. And then we thought, we were like, maybe we're reading too much into this. Maybe we're like overanalyzing this. And then you get to a later episode where you find out that no, you weren't overanalyzing. The show wanted you to think this. You thought you were outsmarting it, but it's like, no, we wanted you to think that so that we could then pull the rug out from under you and really fuck with you. It's insanely brilliant writing.
I can't tell if Hawk is
and the way that, like I said, the way that they incorporate all the other effects, like the fact that, like, this is not spoiler, but
you're there, don't worry.
Did I freeze?
No, it was Hawk.
No, Hawk.
Hawk was just
it's definitely me.
So
I'm having a lot of issues with my internet right now. I don't know why. It was working
the
so
Canada
great,
weather.
and then it just dropped.
Yeah,
yeah.
We've been getting hammered today. But like,
everything you've said is just so correct. It's been like one of my favorites of this year, and there's been a lot of great shows this year.
I'm really excited about Monday to talk about
the way it expands into like all of his other works too. Like this is like not really a spoiler. One of the main characters in the show is Dick Halloran, which I did not see coming when you're walking into an It television show that Dick Halloran is going to be a main character, and they expand on his mythology well beyond The Shining and Doctor Sleep as well. Like he's one of like the best characters in the show, and apparently he's getting his own series.
No, that's the rumors because of how popular it is, and I don't doubt it because I would love a pre-Shining TV show based on Nick Halloran. That would be amazing. But what needs to happen is that Muschietti and Mike Flanagan need to get together and make a connected universe, because the Carrie TV show that's coming out next year and the Dark Tower TV show that's coming out in a couple of years, they need to all be connected to this because it's just so well done. Oh my god!
Is there any reason Doctor Sleep can't be a part of Welcome to Derry? Because
it is,
and that's Mike Flanagan.
It's all connected, and that's They even connect like things that if you watch like old movies or read his old books, like Dreamcatcher's touched upon in this.
Shawshank Redemption is like involved.
It's wild.
There's possibly like we're seeing the development of the shop in these episodes.
Like it's like even like the Institute came out this year. Not a great TV show. It was okay. But they touch upon that too in the show, and I don't understand. That's not even connected in like production wise. Come Monday, we're gonna talk about the finale because
I saw the preview for it.
I did not. I'm gonna go in.
I haven't watched any previews. I really don't want to know anything that's coming for this.
There's episode 7, like the one that was on this past week, is one of those like, how was that not the season finale? It was so insanely epic and over the top, and then at the end of it, all I'm thinking is, there's still another one.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about last week's episode. It was visually and like story-wise just
emotionally heart-wrenching.
It was heart-wrenching and just insane. All right, let's move on. Dave, TV shows.
Unfortunately, I haven't watched Man on the Inside yet, but that is almost certainly going to be one of them.
All of it.
It's on my list.
In preparation for my number one, which I'll get to in a second, we've been watching. To be fair, we've been watching Schitt's Creek, but we've also been watching The Legend of Vox Machina, because a new show, a little thing called The Mighty Nine, came out. It is so good. If you like
Oh.
Legend of Vox Machina and you want
this is
more
even better.
drama,
This is better.
Yes.
do you want a more serious cartoon? Like, and having actually watched all of campaign 1 and 2 for Critical Role, it's better. It's better than that. It's so much better.
They do things that I did not expect in the show.
It's so much better.
It's so much deeper.
The magic is really good.
Yeah. This is Lord of the Rings to the Hobbit. That's basically what this is.
The Legend of Vox Machina is just such a fun, classic heroes, screw ups, very Guardians of the Galaxy, Honor Among Thieves. And then the Mighty Nine is just like, hey, do you like being punched in the gut? What?
In the heart.
What? Do you like feeling sad? Do you want revenge? Well, so do these people.
I gotta watch.
I think
I need to watch it in German because I want to know if they speak English or
they just speak. No, they don't. Apparently, they just said fuck it. Yeah, they were asked that question. My number one show. I know it's gonna be my number one show. It's not out yet. Can anybody guess what it is?
It's coming
out. It's Fallout. It's gonna be Fallout. It's gonna be Fallout.
I know because I was debating like leaving this until after the 17th, but I was like, that's too late. We can't do that. Us who have things to do
for Fallout, man. I got Prime for Fallout. Like,
this is why I'm drinking sarsaparilla.
I could go for a sunset sarsaparilla, dude. Oh my god, that first season of Fallout was so good. One of the best seasons of TV ever. Like,
it was fantastic. It was really damn good.
It was made by fucking Amazon. Like, god damn it.
I know.
God damn it.
And this is like their storyline is based on one of my favorite Fallout games. Like,
it's all of them. That was the thing when we talked about it. I kept going like, oh man, I'm so worried because I'm a huge OG Fallout 1 and 2 fan. And then they're like, don't worry. We didn't fuck it up. We made it better. Like, oh shit! I can't be mad. I have to like this.
Don't talk about the second season because I never watched any of the trailers because I want to go in blind.
I haven't been watching them. Okay. I watched the first teaser and that's it.
There barely anything in there like that's gonna spoil stuff.
I've already watched too much at this point, but it's not that bad. Like, it's not like there's no major spoiler.
Well, I'm going to ask one thing, and then we can move on. Have you ever seen anything where Kyle MacLachlan played the bad guy that wasn't amazing?
That's true. He's always good in everything. I don't think I've seen him in a bad thing.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Coop.
So good. His season. Coop. Do you remember the Flintstones movie? He was the bad guy.
Oh, yeah.
That was a great movie.
Oh my god, there's this meme that goes around occasionally on social media. It says his appearance on Law and Order SVU. He shoots a child.
Oh my god,
kid.
Yeah.
I loved him on How I Met Your Mother when they do that thing where he's like he smiles but you like where like he has angry eyes but he's smiling at you, so it's like terrifying. I love that shit.
He also has one of the best TikToks. If you're on TikTok, he has a phenomenal TikTok. It's just fun.
I don't have TikTok.
Yeah, that's fair.
I think it's the same as his Instagram.
Yeah, it's the same as his Instagram.
Yeah. He posts a lot. He's actually a very active, he does a good job. If I was on social media, if I was still on social media, I'd be right there.
All right, Hawk.
Anyway.
Oh boy. So
we can't talk, we'll talk about Fallout next month when we get it and finish it. And
like I said, this has been an incredible year for television, especially in the sci-fi fantasy realm. Like, everything that we've been watching, like it's really hard to nail down like a number one show.
Is your number one going to be the same as mine?
Probably not. I hope it's not. Okay. So if I had to, we got Peacemaker season 2 this year.
Oh yeah, shit.
Great.
I completely forgot about that.
I know.
Isn't that your favorite thing ever?
We got Andor season 2.
Oh shit!
Andor
I forgot
season
about that.
2.
Yeah, everybody forgets because we
forgot about Alien Earth.
I thought that was last year. Alien Earth. Oh my god, those are all good.
I know.
You guys are literally taking my things.
We're saying we forgot about them.
You tell us.
But these are my ones.
Right now, so I'm gonna try and keep this brief because I know we are burning time here
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that. But
yeah.
basically, okay. So my number two would probably be Alien Earth, and that
Solid pick.
it's Noah Hawley. I've loved all 5 seasons of Fargo. He did. I love Legion. It's a great show.
Mhm.
He's a very unique storyteller. Loves to incorporate fairy tales into almost like these kind of urban stories.
Yeah.
He did that quite a bit, like Fargo season 5, and that he had this one character in that who was just basically called the Sin Eater.
Oh, I haven't gotten in there yet. Don't tell me.
Okay,
Yeah,
I won't tell you
never got
anything.
past season 3.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
in season 3 now.
I won't say anything more, but it's just like it's such an amazing storyline.
By the way,
what he managed. Sorry, go ahead.
he
What
had
you
a
say?
Star Trek film that was greenlit to go, right? And then it got
so
killed. And when he talks about it, it just sounds even better every time he talks about it. It makes me so angry. So angry.
God damn it. What he did for the Alien franchise, like bringing it to a television format, nobody thought like, this would live up to any, kind of criteria, especially with the way Alien has struggled over the years. But like what he managed to do with it, incorporating not just, like bringing the creature to life on the small screen and that, but incorporating like this fantastic storyline and that regarding children and like the possibilities of living forever. He incorporated the Peter Pan narrative into the whole entire series and did it beautifully. The creature effects were great, super practical, always looked good on camera every week. And plus, like he'd end every episode with like, a banging metal track. Right, the Mob Rules by Black Sabbath, Stinkfist by Tool, Ocean Size by Jane's Addiction. That's my number 2.
We may have to do
Okay.
a weekly in the next season, by the way, for that.
My number 1, I won't tell you a lot about it in that, but I recommend everybody be watching it, and it's Pluribus.
That was my other one.
Was that your that your number
That's
1?
great. I knew you were
Is
going
that
to
your
pick
number
it.
1?
I knew so I picked something else.
I've never heard of this, and now I cannot stop hearing people talk about it over the past couple days.
So
Well, apparently Rhea Seehorn has already been nominated for a Golden Globe for her performance in that,
Don't
and
doubt
rightly
that.
so. Like she did 6 seasons of Better Call Saul in that with Vince Gilligan as Kim Wexler in that, and that character was a fucking dynamo. Like it was like a role any lead actress would be wanting to play. This is even better. Like I said,
I don't know if we should talk too much about this show because
I'm not going to tell you anything about the story, but basically it is Vince Gilligan tapping into those roots from the X-Files and that, because as you remember, Vince Gilligan was the best X-Files writer. He wrote all the best episodes in that. Paper Hearts, Unruha, Drive, the one with the vampires. I can never remember the name of it. He taps into that, but also incorporates everything he learned about narrative storytelling on in television from his years of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul and that. The guy knows how to unwind a scene and that. One of the best things about it is a big middle finger to AI. He goes out of his way to make sure scenes are populated by extras, and he does it in some really creative ways. All I can say is people should be watching. It's up to episode 6 right now. It is one of the best kind of dark comedies I have seen in a while. And it's just a return to form for Gilligan. He is so good. He might be one of the best showrunners working in television for the last 30 years now. God damn.
I dare you guys to watch the first episode, like the first scene, and not want to watch the rest of it. Like that's
this is probably what I'm going to put on tonight and check it out finally.
Marcus is adding it to his watch list right now.
No, well,
I'm never gonna finish Yellow Jackets because every time I want to start watching Yellow Jackets again,
you'll finish it right before the
you
last
guys
season.
recommend something else.
Pluribus was created because one network, like they were getting close to winding down Better Call Saul, and whatever network he had to deal with, they're like, okay, what's next in the Breaking Bad world? And he's like, I have other things I would like to do, and so he pulled this out, and man, it's killer. Like
God damn it.
The first episode is unlike anything. It and like Hawk was saying, all the shots that he learned to do like meticulously in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul, he's perfected in this show. There are scenes of loneliness that I didn't think you could do just from framing. Like it's brilliant. The show's brilliant. It's so good.
Like I'll give you a great example from Better Call Saul about like breaking down like just a scene. No spoilers or anything, but Mike Ehrmantraut's story is explored. The events before he met Walter White in Breaking Bad, and that basically the scene involves him. He knows he's being tracked, and he knows that there's a tag in his car. He takes the car to this garage and the entire it's got to be like at least 5-6 minute scene. It's just him dismantling a car from like morning to basically the evening. Yeah, and it's just great multi angles and that they do that time lapse photography beautifully in that. And he did such a great job. Like with outlining Mike's paranoia and his persistence and the way he just like will not stop until he finds the answer. All in this great scene.
Amazing show.
That's another show I still have to watch too. I've never gotten through a Better Call Saul yet.
Yeah, I got to get through that too.
Oh, Better Call Saul's fucking good.
I've done I think I finished the first season and that's it.
Oh my God, you barely scratched the surface of it.
Stop it, Hawk. We can only watch so much. Marcus.
Yeah, I got work. Like,
yeah, you got some time in between those 8 hours you just lie unconscious in bed.
Marcus, your top 3.
Okay, so Dave already mentioned like Man on the Inside is like that's a good show. I love it. So it wasn't so I'm going to start with my number 1 has already been brought up. It's Alien Earth. I loved Alien Earth. That was such a freaking good show, and it scratched the itch that I really didn't realize I needed, and it filled all the voids that I needed, especially I was watching it while I was on strike. So like it was also a thing that brought me very much joy during a time of bad and uncertainty and stuff like that. So that was wonderful. And I genuinely love it. I have the T-Oculus creature. I've 3D printed a couple of them. They're hidden around my house.
That's terrifying, Mark.
It's not.
I thought, like, to me, that was
those
like
to be hiding.
I love it. That character became the most drawing thing to me. I pray that they bring it back for season
for
2.
sure.
Like, there was rumor that they're like, oh no, we're not going to focus on the other aliens anymore. But I mean, like, it was so popular. I'm like, you got to bring it back. You have to bring it back. I loved that character, and I want to know its motivation. I want to know more about its life cycle and its world. Like, now that I want more from it. So I just loved that. I mean, Hawk, you hit the nail on the head. Like the music was great. Like the creature effects were brilliant. I loved that. Like I hate when I see too much CG coming into the world. And like this one was like, oh no, we'll have some, but let's make some puppets and some real creatures, and let's make some shit. And I loved them for it. And yeah, just brilliant show, like well cast, and I loved it. I loved it.
Babu Sisa Moro.
Oh.
It was awesome. Yes, for sure. So that's my number 1. I love that. I love that show. I would say number 2 is Man on the Inside. I loved that show, and it was it filled that void of like, I miss The Good Place. And what's better than getting Ted Danson to come back and basically play the same character in a different situation? I like to pretend this is what like Michael did after like he got to live his life, and then he's doing this now. I just love it because it kind of feels like it would work, but it's just beautiful.
I didn't even know. I saw the trailer for season 2, and then like the next day it was out, and I was like, I did not know it was out, and I sat down and watched it in one sitting.
Me and Carissa literally like that's one of our favorite new shows, and we're banking on another 3rd season. Like we need a 3rd season of it. It's just so, and it's heartwarming. It's a fun show. It lightens the mood while you're trying to figure out the case with them and stuff. It's a lot of fun. It's got that feeling of The Good Place mixed with some Ted Lasso mixed with some like it's like all of those heartfelt beautiful moments.
I was gonna say
in comedy.
It's the perfect show to fill in the void while we wait for season 4 of Ted Lasso.
Yes, it 100%. If Ted Lasso had come out, that would be definitely number one, and this would still be number two. But like it's just it just yeah, so wonderful. If you like if anyone hasn't watched it, go watch it. It's not long, but it's just so good, and you'll wish there was more episodes or like a longer run or something.
Yeah, it's super quick watch.
It's super fast. Yeah, like I blinked and it was over. My third TV show was Murderbot. I'm not sure if anyone's watched that.
I did watch that. Yes,
Alexander Skarsgård, and it was like a weird one. The reason I watched it is because a bunch of my friends worked on it, so I was like, oh, I'll check this out, and I loved it. It was a really fun sci-fi show that was just like really kind of kitschy and cool, but like kind of some things you expect to see and some things you didn't expect to see. But Skarsgård's amazing. The rest of the cast is great, and again, almost purely practical effects. So much practical effects, and I know that because my friends worked on it and they were doing a lot of shit on it. But it's a really cool little sci-fi show. It's fun. And it's a good nod and call back to the old sci-fi kind of stuff. So,
David Dastmalchian and Jack McBrayer on the same show.
Yes, yeah, that's right. David Dastmalchian. Yeah. He's awesome.
That's right.
He's
John Cho's in it too.
Yeah.
What? Oh my god!
Yeah, it's a great cast, and it's a really cool series. I'm looking forward to another one because it was really well done. It was really cool. So those would be my shows.
Amazing.
I mean, an honorable thing, even though it's not over yet, is also Stranger Things. I'm really digging where they're heading.
We will talk about that
that would have been on my list if it were done.
Yeah,
but
Like I feel like I want more information, but I'm really liking
when
that
you guys
trajectory.
when you guys
really
said that
good.
last episode was gonna be just insane. I didn't expect it to be that insane.
It's detrimental to the fact that I there's a part of me that wishes I just waited and watched all of it on like New Year's.
I agree.
But at the same time, I knew I couldn't do it. I knew I wasn't going to be able to do it. I just needed to know more. And then once I started, I had to keep going. And then I hit that wall, and now I'm like, mother.
Mm-hmm.
I put the first episode on at 1 a.m, and I did not stop until they were all done.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair. All right, my number 3 and 2 were tied. It's Pluribus and Welcome to Derry. Those shows were, we talked about it. We'll talk about it on Monday.
Both shows that are on my list that I need to fucking watch.
My number 1 show was created by a Canadian from Fort Erie, R. Scott Gemmell. He was also a producer on JAG and ER and the shows The Pitt. It's a HBO show set in a Pittsburgh ER. It's one shift every hour. That's the first season.
It is the first and last medical drama you need to watch.
Yeah, it's.
Well, I cannot believe I haven't heard of this.
Wow.
It features Noah Wiley. When they were trying to reboot ER, the Michael Crichton estate was like, no, don't do it. So they're like, fuck it, we'll make our own, and they made something even better.
Yeah, it's referred to as the most medically accurate medical drama on television. Like doctors are raving about how accurate everything they tell in it
Meg
is.
works in a hospital and stuff. I have families, obviously, because I'm Filipino, that are nurses and doctors. They have all raved about it. It's insane.
Some Filipino people are accountants too, you know.
Not really.
Half of my program was Filipino.
We talk about practical effects. Pretty much all of them were practical effects in this show. They did the Saving Private Ryan things. Where
Fiona Dorff's in this? What?
Yep.
She's amazing.
I love her.
I can't remember the actress's name, but Bryan Cranston's daughter is
Taylor
one of the leads in it
Dearden
as well. Yeah.
Is a resident on the show, and it's the first day for some of the residents, and it's amazing. I can't say how good this show is. If you like realism, if you like medical dramas, if you're sick of Grey's Anatomy,
Well, Grey's Anatomy is way too much in the love story
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah.
I want more actual medical stuff, like, and like, oh yeah, I've missed that sort of TV show.
Yeah, the ER,
Yeah,
right?
if you
The
want to
ER,
know
yeah.
if you want to know what it looks like when someone has their legs run over by a train, this is your show.
Yeah, something like that.
It's that
There
kind
was
of shit.
there was an episode of Homicide: Life on the Streets where Vincent D'Onofrio guest starred as a guy who got basically he either fell or got pushed into a subway and was like basically crushed underneath the train except for his top half.
Oh
And
my
they
God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. So I don't need it. I don't know if I need to watch it.
Yes, you do need to watch this. There are I don't know if you ever watched Dr. Mike. He's a YouTuber, a doctor who talks about
Dr. Mike's
medical
great.
things.
Yeah.
He
I like
he does
both
like a
Dr.
weekly
Mikes.
show on this.
Yeah, he talked about this show. He talks about how they even just place like gloves and like all the medical stuff in the right spots and the right height where people would go. Like there's obviously things that you need to change for dramatic staging and stuff.
License, yeah.
But he said pretty much everything is spot on.
Yeah.
Everyone I've talked to has said it's spot on. Megan has said everything other than seeing a birth done sort of wrong, pretty accurate, but it's insane. And then they don't just talk about the doctors and the nurses and the staff. They talk about like the administration, and it's like all facets of the US medical system. They talk about what doesn't work in their system, what works. It's well rounded. They've consulted hundreds of doctors, not hundreds, but lots of doctors for the show. And they actually asked Dr. Mike to consult on parts of season 2. They're filming it now. It's coming out next year.
Oh, I thought season 2 was already out.
No, season 1 just came out earlier this year.
Okay.
So also they built the whole floor so they could just shoot on the floor. It's insane how much detail and how much love, especially Noah Wiley, who's been fighting for doctors' rights ever since being on ER. Yeah, it's nice that he's back in that space, even though he was on the Librarians for such a long time. Let's go over to movies. Brent, let's.
Yeah, I'm not
Jump
going to
through
talk
these.
about I'm not going to talk about 2 or 3 because I'm pretty sure they're already going to be getting talked about.
Yeah, don't
Number
talk
3,
about
Life of Chuck. Number 2,
Haven't seen
this
that
was a
yet.
really close tie with number 1 for me. Number 2 is Sinners. But hands down, my number 1 movie of the year. This is an adaptation that I have been waiting a very, very long time for. It's been in development hell for a long time, and it's my favorite novel of all time. Finally got made, and it got made right. The Long Walk.
So good.
Oh yeah, you were talking about that. Yeah.
Good
This
movie.
is, in my opinion, like a marvel of movie making. The fact that you can take a movie that is essentially really nothing more than people walking and talking for an hour and a half and make
Lord
it
of the
one of the
Rings.
most riveting, compelling experiences you've ever seen.
Walk.
Emotional toll
I'm
that-
nearly
that-
halfway done.
The emotional toll that you watch happening on these characters as it goes on, like some of the best performances I have seen in a long time. Like I already have seen that I'm really not happy about David Johnson being passed over for Golden Globe nomination.
He was amazing on
And
that show.
he better get an Oscar nomination because holy shit, he is one of the best actors working today, and he's like only done a handful of projects so far. But it's also a marvel of like movie making in general. Like the fact that in the movie, these boys walk for about 300 miles by the time the end of the race is done. And they actually calculated that the filming of the movie, they walked 300 miles in order to film it. Because for every shot in the movie, it's literally like them putting a camera on the back of cars and stuff like that. And everyone, the crew, the cast, everything walking for miles and filming.
Insane.
And they had to set up special camera rigs and everything to catch all of it and catch all the different angles without the cameras being seen throughout it. Everything is done practically throughout. It's one of the most
That had
haunting
to be
and
one of
riveting
the
movies.
healthiest casts and crews
Yeah,
ever.
no, without that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They all got their steps in.
yeah, and like it's a wonderful up and coming cast too. Like I can't remember the actor's name, but he appears in Welcome to Derry as one of the Showapiqua residents. You've got Ben Wang, who just starred in Karate Kid Legends. Cooper Hoffman, Philip Seymour Hoffman's son, who is very clearly following in his father's legacy. Like he is phenomenal as the lead Ray Garrity in this.
So good.
I can't say enough. Like I can't recommend this movie enough. It is fucking perfect. It is everything I wanted it to be and more.
I agree.
All right.
It's very good. It's so good. Dave.
Movies?
Yeah,
Okay.
movies.
So we can't go a year without talking about one Marvel movie, right? I know it was a bad year for Marvel movies, but Thunderbolts was so good.
Was it a bad year for Marvel
Thunderbolts?
movies?
It was
I like
not a
both of
bad.
them.
I like both
Fantastic
movies.
Four was okay, and it's kind of.
Oh, I loved
Captain
Fantastic Four.
America
So did I.
was
Oh, yeah,
so
Captain
America.
you know,
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about Captain
you know.
I
America.
forgot about that.
So
Was that even this year? Was that last year?
It was,
No, that
no,
was
it was
this
this year.
No, it was February.
Ugh.
It was like February this year.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, no, that one was.
It was like 3 weeks later. Thunderbolts was so good.
I know.
Thunderbolts was
Just-
really good.
Just we couldn't stretch that out longer, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And of course it didn't make any fucking money because the marketing was terrible, and
Mm-hmm.
it was like the best secondary characters from every bit of the franchise. It's just very unfortunate. We already did a whole podcast about it.
They brought an unlovable character back and made him fantastic. Like that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Like that's really hard to do.
It was great.
Ugh.
My second, we also did a podcast about this. I really enjoyed this movie. Weapons. I thought Weapons was super fun. I still think about it every week.
I finally just watched Weapons, and that was it was good.
Yeah.
It was insane.
Yeah.
It was insane. The ending had me freaking and laughing at the same time.
Yeah.
It was a strange feeling.
The
I don't know if I'd ever watch it again,
I
but
agree.
Yeah, you don't need to really see it.
To be honest, that was going to be my pick for number one of this year.
Wait,
All right, we'll talk
very
about it
good.
then.
We'll talk about
the Gladys movie has already been confirmed, and Amy Madigan is getting nominated
Yes.
out the ass for that role.
Right.
Good.
Yeah.
Amy Madigan
No,
deserves-
it was-
I'm glad she's back. I feel like she hasn't been in anything since Uncle Buck.
I know.
My number one movie is a weird. It was definitely sort of a normal movie, and then got really fucking weird at the end. Even weirder than Weapons. That was 28 years later.
I never watched it.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it.
movie, I felt a lot of things watching that movie. I was enthralled the whole time.
It looked really
it was-
good.
it was beautiful. It was heartbreaking. It's definitely a great sort of sequel, and we're getting more,
Next
which is
month, right?
crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah. I guess they just filmed it all around the same time.
Yeah.
Yep.
But-
Different. It was weird because different director doing the next movie, but
Really?
filming everything around it, and that because they had all the sets and everything up. Different director.
Oh.
Yeah, Ray Fiennes was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my! I mean, the kid was phenomenal. The kind of. I know there's always so many good child actors, but to be in a movie like this and be a kid is just so out there, and he did such a good job. He's the lead of the movie,
Oh.
and it's a kid.
It's it's such a bizarre movie because
Mhm.
the thing that gets you, the trailer, as epic as it was with that reading of the old Rudyard Kipling poem over it, and that it totally set you up for a different movie.
Yeah,
You didn't expect this to be a coming of age tale,
yeah.
which it was.
What? Really?
I'm,
Oh, I need
it's-
to see this movie.
I'm reading the description of one of the characters and everything, and it's the leader of a Jimmy Savile inspired cult, and I'm I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't.
We don't. Well,
I have
we
some
don't talk
thoughts
about
on
that
that.
part yet. We don't talk about that.
I have
part.
thoughts on that.
I will.
though.
I will watch it this week.
It's funny because the first movie is kind of like a normal sort of zombie survival movie, and then but of course the bad guys are really people, and then the second movie was just, we don't talk about the second movie. It's just they tried to do too much too quickly. It was not
The
good.
second movie gave us Jeremy Renner. It did that at least.
Sure. Yeah,
and Idris Elba got paid for it too. So you know, yeah.
It actually had an insane cast looking back. But in this movie, almost like there was 3-ish famous people. You got Ray Fiennes, you've got Quicksilver, and then
Quicksilver. Quicksilver.
Which one?
Jodie Comer was in it too.
Jodie. Yes, sorry, that's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
It's funny because we were just watching. Hawk, I told you, Samantha's been watching Killing Eve.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I'm
20.
happy you called him
20 years later.
Quicksilver instead of calling him
Craven?
Hunter.
Yeah, I thought about it. But yeah, that was
that I can you cannot bring that up and just fucking hell, that goddamn movie. I've never gritted my teeth so much
Did you go through
in
the
such
whole
a
thing?
short amount of time. Hell no.
Okay, I was
Oh,
gonna
good
say
lord.
that'd be like
Could
me
not
going
watch
through
that.
Tron.
Cannot watch through that entire thing. Couldn't watch through Tron either. Fuck that. Even though Tron's my number one pick.
In regards to the Jimmy Savile gang at the end of 28 Years Later, I had some thoughts about this.
Is it gonna ruin anything?
Oh no, I don't think so. It's more
Eric,
just kind of
it basically isn't part of the movie. You could
Okay.
not
No.
see that, and it wouldn't
Yeah.
matter.
Well, basically, like with with Jimmy Savile, his whole thing kind of came about like into the 2000s and that, like more towards the mid 2000s when with electronic bulletin boards and all that after his death and people trading stories. In this movie, they basically. The UK has been living without, electricity and like Wi-Fi and everything and that. It's like the dark ages. The rest
Wi-Fi
of the
hadn't been invented. What are you talking?
Europe.
Oh no!
This is a great. Someone screenshot.
Did I
this.
freeze?
Screenshot him.
Oh, is that
Screenshot
like
him.
how I was freezing? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that is exactly how you was freezing.
But Europe basically went on with everything. They were safe in that, but the UK was deemed like just basically this dead zone.
Yeah.
The thing about the representation of Jimmy Savile back in England in the day, and that there was, among other things, Jimmy Savile did this thing called Jim will fix it. Which was like one of those like kind of Make-A-Wish things that people could send in their letters to and that, and like Jim will fix it and that, and it became like kind of in the movie it becomes kind of like an ironic representation of like broken promises, about like Britain and the empire and everything that it was, and where it is like now, and that just like a hooligan gang and that adopting like kind of the last like image of like hope that they remembered before everything went to shit.
Oh man, so many things I have to watch. Marcus, wait, no, Hawk. Sorry, Hawk.
No, Hawk. Yeah.
Yeah, so you already know my number one in that. I didn't get to see a lot of movies this year.
your
In that.
number one?
Thunderbolts, great.
So good. Yeah. Thunderbolts.
Oh no,
It
it happened
we lost
again.
3.
There-
Oh no, there you go.
Who we lost?
No, we're back.
I think everyone froze on that one.
That was
I
weird.
think it's Discord actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
good.
It might be. Superman deserves a mention in that because
That
I
was my
love
number
that
3.
film.
It was
Yeah.
solid. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, Weapons stood out to me because it's just one of those projects where it's just like it's a very simple idea. It's filmed very simply. It has sort of like kind of big. There are some big names in this as far.
Only 3 of them froze.
At the
Right?
same time, they don't really overwhelm the movie like that. They're just a character in there, It's like it's actors doing real work. And like I said, it's a very simple premise in that it's one of those really cool hook lines. It's like 17 children all from one class. All
I love
one night. Yeah,
it. Gets you. That gets you for sure.
Yeah.
That Naruto run, man.
The Naruto run, right? But
It's so funny.
I love it when a director just pulls out some like deep cut, like from like a classic album, and that like them running over George Harrison's "Beware of Darkness," and that it's just like one of those haunting visual sequences of the year. The ending, like I didn't know how I felt about it until I know.
Yeah, it was.
It was
a choice.
It was a choice. It was, but like
I was feeling Ferris Bueller.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you like
the running through the yard. Yeah.
Running through yard through like it just felt kind of like that a little bit, which made me laugh. But it was also like
I was thinking
I had taken that final scene.
Kind of
taken that
fuzz,
final scene and sped it up, and I put the Benny Hill theme over top of it.
Oh,
But YouTube made me take it down.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
So funny.
I've grown to love the ending sequence in that, because of like how well the movie built up dread throughout the entire thing. Like the entire town being affected by like what this woman was doing. The parents having those weird dreams. Where they always saw Aunt Gladys and that. Nice little nod, I think, to like an old H.P. Lovecraft short story, Dreams of the Witch House. Where it's like
one I don't know.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it basically like the presence of a witch in the town, and that it's like it and the way it, everybody kind of gets drawn into, you know, her kind of machinations and that, you know, the dream sequence in that, where he sees the weapon, like an actual weapon in that, you know, it's the number one fear of parents in that, like in the modern age in that, you know, it's like, yeah. It was just like, it was so strong in so many areas, especially in cinematography wise was great. Love the sequence where she falls asleep in the van and that while she's watching
Oh
the
my
house.
god, the dread of that scene is incredible.
The way the camera just simply
Oh my
pans and
God.
that, and then makes its way
Oh.
back. It's like it's what I really love in cinema is like those little projects.
Yeah.
You
The
know?
power of just a camera not moving.
Yeah, no music,
Oh.
no music, nothing.
They played with that a lot in that, which was really awesome. Like that, just
Yeah.
kind of like that stillness, that quiet stillness is hauntingly awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to see what he comes with. Oh, he's coming back with, like, you know, Resident Evil, his adaptation of Resident Evil next. So
Oh, good. Maybe we'll finally have a good one.
yeah. Zach Krager is doing the next Resident Evil movie, but he is an
Will
avid
it be a
fan.
real Resident Evil movie? Like
He is not going into these characters from video games, but he is bringing all the lore from the video games with new characters and a new story.
That's completely adequate. Please do it.
He's apparently a very big fan of the franchise and that, and then wants to, you know, make sure he brings that kind of love to it. So looking forward to that. And Weapons is definitely rewatchable in that. It's, you know, it just, you once you get the shock out of the way in that, you know, then you can really start to admire, like, you know, all the choices that they made for that. Oh, and shout out to Benedict Wong. Come on, that was
oh my god, his eyes freaked me out so hardcore. Just like like
if you guys watch Corridor Crew on YouTube, they did a feature on that special effect just last week, I think.
I haven't watched
it was
Quarter in a
so
long
damn
time.
good.
Yeah.
That's all I got.
Marcus.
Okay, awesome. I love it. I'm gonna go with number 3. I'm just gonna be a little shout out to the Superman movie. Loved it. I thought it was wonderful. It made me very happy. Easily my favorite of the superhero movies, kind of thing for the year. Thunderbolts was wonderful too, but I still like. There was something, I don't know. It brought the kid back of me for the Superman franchise in a really good way. So I really liked that. I loved that. My number 2 pick is The Naked Gun.
That's a good movie.
Liam Neeson killed me, and I was not expecting to like that movie as much as I did. In fact, I was expecting to kind of hate the movie. I just did not think I would enjoy it. But not only did I enjoy it, it stayed with me, and then I rewatched it just to make myself laugh again. And I think, Brent, you are actually the reason I watched it. I think you're the one that pointed out, and you were just like, you need to watch it. It's really funny.
Yeah,
and then
you
you
told us
mentioned,
that.
look for the snowman scene.
Oh my
And
God.
it was so good. It was really fun. So I loved that movie.
The coffee bit was
Tony
so
Royland's
little,
brother.
but so funny.
yeah, the coffee, like, fucking hell. I loved it.
Stupid,
So,
but awesome.
and it's nice that, you know, like, I'm really tired of them trying to still force Liam Neeson into being an actual action star. When, you know, like, the man's got the best voice for doing that kind of stuff, but like his body is getting up to his age, and he can't keep doing that.
Yeah.
So this was like the perfect mix of, like, let's let Liam Neeson still feel like an action star, but let's let him do some comedy, because the man's fucking brilliant at comedy. Holy shit. I need more of him doing that. It was great. So that's my number 2 pick. My number 1 pick, and I'm so glad it wasn't said, and it's my absolute I love this movie, and I've now rewatched it many times because I can't get enough of it, and it's Del Toro's Frankenstein.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
I cannot get enough. I can't get enough of it. I have now rewatched it multiple times because I've watched multiple interviews where he has talked about it, and I'm like, I need to see what he's talking about. And I go back, like, the color theory, the color that he uses and he chooses for the scenes and for the characters, the costumes, the fact that fucking everything is practical, minus the crazy explosions and crazy things that obviously can't be practical. But like the fact that they built fucking everything for that movie blew me away. And I do not see Jacob Elordi in it. Like when I see Frankenstein, I see fucking Frankenstein. I see this monster that has been created, and good lord, he's amazing at it. I'm still debating how I want to do it, but I need to do my big like summer project this coming summer has to be Frankenstein. I don't know what it's going to be. It has to be involved with this movie and this Frankenstein because I can't get enough of it. I can't get it out of my head. Like I don't think it's my favorite Guillermo del Toro movie, but it's definitely my favorite Frankenstein movie that I've ever seen. Like this is definitely
Frankenstein.
Yeah, for sure. Young Frankenstein's great, but this is a better Frankenstein movie without a doubt.
Sure. Okay,
like this is like it's extremely, it's very true to the Mary Shelley style and book and everything, but with that Del Toro flair to it too. And
it's got the people are a little more nuanced than the book as well, right? Like,
yeah, for sure. I absolutely loved it. And Oscar Isaac is wonderful in the movie.
He's so good.
He's wonderful in the movie, but he gets like he rightfully takes a back seat at times when it's needed, and like you forget that he's even in the movie because everybody else is working so damn well together, working so well in their own scenes. I absolutely freaking loved it. So yeah, I mean, the practical effects drew me there to begin with, and then everything else just made me fall in love more and more. And then the more I hear Guillermo talk about it, the more I want to rewatch it again and again and again to see the things that he's talking about and pointing out. Yeah, I cannot get enough of it. It's just so great, and the fact that this is also the building block of him, like really considering the hardcore fact of he wants to build a studio here in Canada, and it's becoming a more and more like physical thing that is most likely going to happen. Like I've been hearing people, he's apparently been asking about whether he can buy out portions of Pinewood Studios and just like, can I own this portion? Can I own this land? Who owns this land? He's asking those questions because he's serious. He wants to be here. And I love that man. I love everything he does. I love every project he's ever attached to. And this was one of my favorites for sure.
He is like one of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. And there was no reason for him to ever say hi to me.
When my brother worked on Crimson Peak with him, like he raved about how wonderful he was. Like,
yeah, like this is what I hear from absolutely everybody. And then, you know, like you see the magic that comes out of he just did a little talk where he was talking about his thoughts and feelings on AI art and everything. And like, I need people to protect that man for the love of God. We need more people like that who are saying, you know, well, that's not art, you know, that this is like, he's like, they make really cute screensavers, but are you going to pay to see a screensaver? Are you going to rush out and buy a plane ticket to sit in front of a screensaver and like be moved by it? No, but I will pay for a ticket to go to Paris and sit in front of some, you know, beautiful artwork and get moved by it, cry because of it. He's like, there's a difference between what AI art is. He's like, art's not meant to be fast, easy, or like, you know, simplified. Like it's meant to be complex. It's meant to take time. It's meant to take something from you and earn something from somebody else. Like, I just love the man, and everything he does, everything he talks about is just magic to me. So yeah, like the movie is incredible. The effects are beautiful. The soundtrack, the noises and sounds that are built into the movie are just fantastic. Good lord, the visuals of everything, like I can't talk enough about it.
so you're saying you liked it.
I did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. Yeah. What can I say?
I'm getting that vibe.
Like, is it across the board? None of you have actually watched it, or
I've seen it.
I watched it. I watched it the night it came out.
Yeah. The I watched a video, and I now follow the guy who did it, of them building the Medusa stone head in the laboratory,
Ooh.
and that was a journey. And then to hear that guy talk about, this was not just us building it. It had a purpose. It had a reason. It was chosen for a purpose, and it was Del Toro's call to say, this is why this needs to be here, and it needs to look exactly like this, because I needed that to be felt. Like, it has to have an emotional impact when you even see it, whether you know you're having it or not. It doesn't matter. Like, just all the care that man takes in making his movies, and then thus pools it down and like waterfalls it down to everybody who is working on that film. My buddy Cooper worked on the dead body parts, like not just but like a couple of dead body parts. There's probably 100 studios that built different dead body parts, but one of his made it onto like front runner of screen. Like, there it is, opening shot of Oscar Isaac like digging into this guy's head, and it is one of my buddy's head sculpts that he did, and he's just like, holy shit, I'm in the movie. But he remembers, like, Guillermo came around to their studio and he had a chat with everybody. He's like, I don't want you to gross me out. I'm not here for you to impress me with your skills. He's like, be earnest, be real, be true to what we are doing. He's like, you are making a body part from a human who is real. They died here. They died at this time. They died because of this. This is how it happens. He's just like, do not try to make it what more than it is. This is not a gore fest. This is not for us to shock and scare people. He's like, this is science. This is life. This is art, and we need to mix all three of them together. Like, he gave this beautiful speech to everybody, and Cooper was just like, I don't know what it was, but he left, and everybody just looked at each other and went like,
Kevin Smith,
okay.
right?
And but like that man in his simplicity can inspire a crazy crew of usually horror enthusiasts to stop what you normally do and reconsider and rethink about everything before you do it. And he did that with one quick speech, and they were forever blown away by it. Like, that's just, I hope and wish for a day where I can be face to face with this man, so that I can just tell him that even just his being has changed me. Like, I'm so glad he exists.
Yeah. Oh.
So, yeah.
I set up my projector to watch it around Halloween, and then life got in the way and I had to pull it down. I'm like, I just had to find a time to bring out the projector so that to give it that the greatness it needs, because I knew it had to be seen big, and I just need to. Okay, I'm gonna watch it. I will watch it soon when I have time. All right, my top three. My favorite number three. My favorite superhero finally got the film it deserved, is Superman.
Shazam 2. Oh, okay.
There's something about seeing something so hopeful and so pure on screen, especially this character, especially with what we've seen in comic book movies in the past. It was delightful. I can't wait to see the Supergirl teaser comes out on Thursday, and I can't wait to see where this
apparently that like it's meant to be very different than what
I read
everybody's expecting. Like,
I read the story that it's based on, so I'm expecting that storyline, which is what I saw in the teaser. Anyway, number two is the movie I probably watched the most. No, this is the second most watched movie I saw this year.
The Bluey movie.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop. I mean, honestly, I loved the movie. I've just watched it way too many times because of the kids, but it's still a good damn movie.
It's a good movie. Great morals, great story. Surprisingly deep story. The songs are all fucking bangers.
To point out, like I watched this stupid movie by myself first because Eric was like, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. You have to watch it. Even Kateri was like, you have to watch it. You have to watch it. And I was like, well, what the hell? So I felt like, whatever, I'm going to watch this thing. And I put it on, and I meant to have it on in the background while I did something else. And Eric, you warned me. You're like, that first scene goes hard. And like, it has no right to, but it just hits so hard that all of a sudden I was just like, well, I'm here now. Might as well get into it. And then by the end of it, I was just like, gonna be good.
Crying. You're just like, why am I crying at this movie?
Yeah. But at this point, I've now watched it so many times because Arla will rewatch this movie constantly. She will rewatch it 2 or 3 times a day if she can.
Yeah. I'm aware.
She loves it. Cannot get over it.
Yep.
So yeah, yeah.
Yep. Yeah. I don't need to add anything more than that. My number 1 movie. This movie technically came out last year at TIFF, but then it got its global release this year, and it's a movie I didn't know much about, but it's a movie that has affected me so deeply, and I don't know why. And then I just had to
Not just you.
Everyone who's seen this movie is moved by it, and it has touched me in a way that I can't quite explain. The movie is The Life of Chuck. It's by Mike Flanagan. He directed it. It's based on a Stephen King novella, and it's about the life of Chuck Krantz, just this normal person. It's done in 3 acts. The cast is incredible. Tom Hiddleston, Chiwetel Ejiofor, Karen Gillan. This movie is the movie that got Mia Sara out of retirement.
Whoa, she's in it?
Yep.
She's in it. She told Mike Flanagan if he's ever going to do anything and would be willing to cast her, she would jump at it. And this is the movie that
That must feel so
She's
good as a
fantastic in
director
it too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Who else is in it? Jacob Tremblay,
Mark
which
Hamill.
is like the new thing. And Mark Hamill, who's had an amazing
Mark
year. in
Hamill's a hell of a
Stephen
year.
Two Stephen King adaptations from
Yeah,
Mark
and he's
Hamill.
Yeah.
amazing in both of them. The narrator is Nick Offerman. This I can't even describe how much I love this movie. When I first watched it, I watched it at home because it was on demand. I watched it every day for like 3 weeks. I always had it on. I had it on so many times, and I've still watched it at least once a week since then. This movie is so, I don't know if I want to say heartwarming, but you know when you watch like
it depends on which segment of the movie you're watching.
but it all connects. Like once you get
Yeah.
to the end and you realize, Brent had a great story about this movie. Do you want to talk about the credits and how what you felt at the end?
This was the first movie that I can ever think of where when the credits rolled, I literally just, and all the credits are is just a single photo. It's just like the camera freezes on one still inside of the dormer of an attic of a house as the credits are rolling, and the music playing is so beautiful that I literally just sat back and just shut
Don't read
everything
about
else
this
off in
movie,
the world
by the way.
and just watched the credits roll and was like,
You just take it all in.
I taking in everything I just experienced and realizing I'm like, this is a movie that I'm going to watch probably 2 or 3 times a year for the rest of my life. Like it is, and I'm still it's one of those movies where I'm still going to, on my like 15th, 20th, 30th watch, I'm still going to notice things I never noticed before. I'm still going to find little, because it's a movie that has such wonderful interconnectivity between it in such weird and phenomenal ways. And yeah, like that. I think it's a movie of pure joy of life, pure joy of death, pure joy of the relationships that we make and the people who come into our lives, whether they are an integral part or whether they are just someone who you have a casual passing by acquaintance with. It's about how everything in your life has a purpose and a meaning to it, and there's nothing is taken for granted. The second sequence, the second act of this movie is just absolute pure fucking joy.
Pure joy,
Like,
yeah.
I don't want to say what happens, but it is just somebody living it is a group of people coming together to live their best moments together.
Mhm. And during some of the worst moments, right? Like there's
Mhm.
joy in everything. We have so much within us, the potential, our experiences. I tell my kids, I don't know if I should tell you this. I will say, I tell my kids every day that they contain multitudes. And it's a line in the movie that has struck so hard. It's not even a line that Stephen King made or Mike Flanagan. It's from something else, which you'll find out when you watch the movie. And I wholeheartedly hope you guys watch this movie. It is just the best thing I've like experienced. I was in shock, not in a bad way, but just in like reconsidering your place in life and how you are to people and how it's not when you talk about Stephen King, these aren't the things you normally talk about, right?
Yeah.
Like it puts your life in perspective. It puts everything into a little bit more focus. I don't know. Brent, does this make sense?
It's not even just like it's I mean it has this real existential feeling that it gives to you, but beyond that, like from just a surface level, it's a phenomenally well structured movie.
Yeah.
Like
Which is exactly like the book.
It's told in 3 acts, and every single one of them leaves a lot of questions, but and as the movie goes, those questions get answered. Like the first act of the movie, I was literally I said to Eric, I was like, I don't know what I'm watching right now. I feel like I'm watching a character in Red Dead Redemption that's just wandered into a new town and is having conversations with all the NPCs. Like none of it individually makes sense to me right now, but I know that it's crafting a bigger picture. And then sure enough, you get a little further into the movie and you're like, that's brilliant storytelling, the way that it came around like that. Like
I honestly
it's a must watch.
I wish I watched this with Megan. Like I feel like it would have been a movie that would have affected us both at the same time. Like it's such a watchable movie. It's such a good thing to share with people. Like I want my kids to watch it, but I think I need them to be a little bit more mature to watch it. Just to soak it all in. It's so beautiful.
Now, is this like a movie that like I will be in tears like most of the time in this movie or something? Like what? Like,
no,
not most of the time. No,
but there'll
probably be a few times where There
are moments.
It deals with a lot of heavy themes. Like
there are moments of existential dread, especially at the beginning, and like, but these are all feelings that we will all feel in life, and that's what this movie feels like. Life, that's. The life of Chuck is like, that is the perfect thing, because this is just feels like life, and it's such a beautiful thing. I cannot recommend this movie enough. I cannot. Please watch it.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
I feel like
so many things I need to watch. God damn it! When am I gonna have the time? And then I gotta play video games that I don't have time to do.
3 weeks.
Work.
There is no such thing as being off when there are 2 children running around.
Send the kids to somebody else. They got grandparents.
Put them in the basement. Make them watch K-pop Demon Hunters, or
we sent them away for months. They were away at the grandparents and stuff while we were putting on a damn show, trying to rehearse for a show. Now it's our comeuppance to just.
K-pop Demon Hunters
just make them watch Welcome to Derry, and then tell them casually afterwards, if you come out of your room over the next 3 weeks, that will happen to you.
Just start dancing like Pennywise. No. Kidding. Oh, this is good. Oh, now we have so much to.
There's so much stuff we didn't even talk about that we could we didn't like Daredevil, Born Again.
Oh my
God. Peacemaker.
Yeah,
we didn't talk about.
Did we not talk about that at all this year?
Somebody brought up Peacemaker.
We talked about it as I think right after it aired, but
Predator Badlands.
Oh my God, great. Predator Badlands.
Yep. I'm just looking at my list here.
Isn't the Punisher special coming out soon, or is that next year?
That might be next year.
Oh
yeah.
We'll be back next year anyway for things that I was gonna say. Maybe we can talk about things we're looking forward to. We're gonna do that in January. And next week we're going to talk about it, and maybe in a couple weeks we'll talk about Stranger Things if you guys want to. Sorry kids, Christmas Eve is canceled. Stranger Things Part 2 is on. Thanks guys for coming and talking about your favorite things. It's late. We're tired. We got to go. So Geeks and Kids, thank you guys for coming and listening and watching. We will see you guys in the next week. But also in the new year. All right. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Bye.
Well, that's it for us this week on Geeks with Kids. If you want to get a hold of us, you can send us an email at podcast@geekswithkids.ca. And don't forget to like us on Facebook at facebook.com/geekswithkids. Follow us on Twitter at geekswithkidscn. Check out our pics on Instagram at geekswithkids. And you can find all of this good stuff on our website at www.geekswithkids.ca. So if you like what you hear, why don't you hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment. This podcast can be found on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, YouTube, and your favorite podcasting app. Thanks again for listening, and we'll see you next time.